And we welcome you in to Coach Kenny Deal Stadium in Melissa, Texas, as a new era begins right here, right now. The first ever broadcast on the Patriots Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports, and the first Natural State Sports broadcast, as far as I know, outside of the Natural State.
So we've had one before in the state of Louisiana,
okay,
but this is our first time into the state of Texas. So we're excited to Texas football. They say big, everything's bigger in Texas. Yes. Well, I'd have to agree based on these facilities that everything's bigger in Texas. This is impressive.
Yeah, so we walked into this place, our jaws reached the core
Speechless
of the earth.
Right there.
Yeah, we were just, our jaws straight through the floor. It was just incredible. We got a quick tour of the championship center down on the far end zone to our left down there. Mm-hmm. Full indoor practice facility, 100-yard field, a full weight room, full locker rooms and everything. When they say that these stadiums are like a D1 college facility, they're not kidding.
No doubt.
And all the pictures and videos do not do it justice at all. And seeing it in person, walking out to the 50-yard line was absolutely incredible. And we can only imagine how the Parkview Patriots were feeling. These are high school kids. They haven't seen the field since winning the state championship back in December, obviously with the exception of the benefit game at Catholic. But this is their first live game after winning that second straight championship. They're looking to go for a three-peat, knock on wood.
That's right.
They want to start strong here tonight against the Melissa Cardinals. And as you said, high school football isn't just like a big passion. It's a religion.
This is religion.
It really is. And we got a chance to talk about that and more earlier this week with Coach Brad Bolding. And let's take you there. Earlier this week, myself, Coach Bolding, and a couple of our Parkview players.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to our Parkview pregame show. The opening game. Finally, football season is here. Doesn't it feel great?
Yes.
Happy football season. Happy football season, Coach. Happy football season, Kevin, Cameron. It's great to have y'all fellas here. It's great to be here. I mean, I know y'all have just been putting in the work all spring, all summer long, and now it's finally leading to this, an actual live game. I got to see you guys take the field at Catholic a week or two ago, and that was fun. But, Coach, I want to start with you because you and your coaching staff really took that game as like an actual business trip. Y'all took that game super seriously. And that's something that I just have a lot of respect for you for because normally, I guess, just from an outside perspective looking in into just the whole realm of high school football, benefit game is just a glorified scrimmage. Y'all treated that like an actual game.
So it's funny that these guys here will probably think that it's kind of funny that because we're pretty serious all the time.
Yeah.
Our practices are very disciplined and organized. And, I mean, to the point of, they know where to be every minute, every second. It's just we've got them trained really well, and it's just a really good group. And these guys have been doing it for so long that that stuff carries over to the field. And when we go play someone, whether it's a team camp or a scrimmage game, whatever it is, we want to win.
Yeah.
I mean, when my players walk in this building, they don't ever expect to lose. And that's just the culture that we've created here, and very grateful for it.
I love it. Now, moving on to you guys, Kevin and Cameron, you guys have seen this guy pretty much as the head honcho, your boss pretty much, for the past couple of years now. Is he kind of like a scary coach to play for, or is he just like an all-around leader? Because I want to know. I got to know.
All around, Coach Bowden a real good guy. But listen, we know when it's time to get serious, though. Because when it's time to get serious, he do not mess around. Because, hey, you would he would be in your feelings if you messing around and Coach Bowden is serious, for sure.
I feel like Coach Bowden, he type of person, he going to hold you accountable regardless of what it is. It's just on you to take it as he, correct you, not just getting on you because he dislike. If he's saying something to you, it's for a good reason. So that's the type of coach he is.
You know what that's called? It's called a damn good coach right here. I love it. Coach, I know I asked you about this during the Big Miller football media days, but we're going down to Melissa, Texas. A bit of a different territory that we're used to in the literal and other sense, because we're used to winning here in the natural state, and now we're taking our our championship team pretty much down to Texas, and they're a really good team. These guys got size, especially on the offensive line. So what is your main objective, main game plan for this Saturday?
So for us, we lost North Little Rock that game with them, and so we really just kind of fell in our lap. It just worked out perfectly for us, and we wanted to challenge these guys. I mean, they're a special group. These seniors, you think about when they were ninth graders, we beat Greenwood. A lot of them were playing, and we got beat by Greenwood in the semifinals. And so, and then fast forward, you got state championship, and an opportunity to play for another one if we stay healthy and do all the right things. But you just got to give credit to these guys. They just know how to win, and they expect to win, and they don't care where we go and play or who we play or who's on the other side or what their name is or who their daddy is. It don't matter. I mean, they want to go and compete against the best, and that's what I appreciate about them, because I feel the same as a coach.
Yeah. I got to admire y'all for that, too, because y'all don't want to beat around the bush. Y'all want to play the best, because in y'all's mind and in everybody else's mind, you've proven yourself that you are the best. Am I correct in assuming that?
Yes, sir. We just really excited about this game because we getting a chance to showcase our skills. Texas football, they held on like a high pedestal. So us being Arkansas boys, we just want to put ourselves on the maps and prove to ourselves that we could beat a team like this. So we just really excited for stuff like that.
Awesome. I'm gonna keep it with you two fellas. Y'all been working hard, especially Cameron. As soon as I opened up the Hootens Arkansas book, the first thing that I saw was 500. You're freaking squat. That's insane. So if you two don't mind, go ahead and talk about just your overall work ethic this offseason and how y'all plan to implement that for this game and the overall season.
Us two specifically, we got real hard work ethics. Like, we would call each other like, hey, you trying to go work out at the lot? You trying to go get some lifts in, go get some explosive workouts in? He'd be like, all right, yeah, bet, I'm up there. He'd be up there 10 minutes before me. And we be getting that work in. Like, we really have fun with all this stuff because, like, high school coming to an end, so we having fun.
Yeah.
Like when I said about Coach Bo, he hold us accountable. I feel like that rubbed off on us. We be able to, me and him, you know what I'm saying? We able to hold each other accountable. Yeah. He's slacking, I get on him. I'm slacking, he get on me, you know what I'm saying? We keep each other, you know what I'm saying, in good spirits, keeping each other rolling. We see him doing good, you know what I'm saying? It just get my gears going, make me want to work out like he working out, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
Yeah. Dude, I love it. We haven't even played a down yet, and I can just really see that, like, I'm getting excited over here. I can see the culture that this team has, the brotherhood. It's literally painted on the walls here. It's real. It is real here. So now y'all got me thinking about workouts. What's y'all's favorite workouts when y'all come up here, even on your free time? What's the favorite drill that y'all love to run?
That 5-10-5, that's the best drill. I like as far as weight room. I ain't gonna. I'm a leg guy. I like squatting. I ain't gonna lie.
I can tell.
My favorite thing to do. Power clean. Power clean. I ain't gonna lie. I did a heavy power clean in like 9th grade, and I had it, but I didn't like have it down where I was ready to work out with it. So that whole favorite lift. It's so fun.
Same for you?
Yeah. 305. I got it.
So y'all mentioned, was it 5-10-5? What is that?
That's here. So we start here. We 5. We run through the cone. 10 hit the lift.
Okay.
Run through this middle cone right here.
How long do y'all normally run that? Like 2-3 hours or something? Or just
that's like fast.
My fast, I run a 4-flat, 4.7, 4.07.
4.13. That was my fast.
Y'all fast.
Yeah, that
was scary fast. Coach, I want to come back to you. Talking about the brotherhood. It is really hard to build a healthy culture in any sport, and y'all have just done that with flying colors. What What went into building, this disciplined of a team, this passionate of a football team? What all went into building this brotherhood?
So that's a good question. I think biggest thing was the players that I've had in the past. I mean, I had some really good players in the past. I can name them, Jalen White, Landon Rogers, all those guys that were here, James Joyner. They played a role in getting the program to a point of winning where kids wanted to be a part of it. I mean, if you're not going to win, and you can have the best looking facilities in the world, but if you don't have a culture and a winning culture, and everybody is hardwired they want discipline. They don't want chaos in their life. So, to have structure and have all that, people want to be a part of that, and parents want their kids to be a part of that. So I think that you go back to some of our older players, winning obviously helps. I think we have the means of, all this stuff that you see here has all been paid for by people in Little Rock, not by the district, not by taxpayer money. This is all funded by privately, along with all of our uniforms and all the things that we have. I mean, so when kids see all that stuff, they want to be a part of it. That's why the colleges all do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I walked in here, and I was just like, my jaw dropped. I went to school at Heber Springs.
Oh, yeah.
We got nothing like this here at Heber
It's better
Springs.
now, I think, now.
Yeah, it is. They're also building a culture down there,
Yeah,
too.
they are.
A discipline culture. It's just they don't have, all the facilities.
Sure.
I feel like that adds an extra difficulty to it.
It does.
But,
It does.
I feel like you've been coaching for, 28 years?
28.
So you've had pretty much all of the ups and downs of it, haven't you?
Yeah, I've seen it all. I mean, I've had players pass away, unfortunately. I've had about every scenario you can imagine. And I've got my brother, on the other hand, who's been coaching 2 or 3 years longer than me, and he's in the same boat. So, he's also been a big help in creating this culture, especially the last 2 years that he's here, because, he does it on the defensive side, and those guys on defense, man, it's fun to watch our defense. But talking about discipline and organized and everybody knowing what their job is, and each of them holding each other accountable. And, that's the thing they were talking about earlier. That's huge. I mean, to have that in high school, that's the kind of stuff you try to create in college.
Yeah.
And be able to, I told these guys all the time, when they go to college, we run this a lot like a collegiate program. And me and him both coached at UAM back when we first started coaching years ago. We coached together there. That was now that was wild. That was one wild time because we were both in our 20s.
Uh-oh.
So you can imagine how wiry we were then. So it was crazy.
Man, I can only imagine. Well, guys, I really appreciate y'all allowing us to come here and do this with you, and just allowing us to be a part of your program. It's really just, Coach, I told you this during the media day. When I came down to the sideline during the Camden Fairview game, I got to see the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. I could feel it. The brotherhood, like I said, it's real. The camaraderie that you guys have, just the, love for each other as a brotherhood. I can't stop saying it because it perfectly describes it. It's real. And I can't thank you guys enough for allowing us to come here to broadcast every single one of your games, because it's going to be, win or lose.
Have a good time.
Yeah, I could sit back here and talk to y'all for like 3 hours about this. This is just so exciting. And so now we're going to get to some football. Melissa and Parkview coming right up here on the Patriots Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports.
Has been just through the roof. As soon as we walked in here, like I said, our jaws just dropped, and we're spoiled.
Yeah,
right where we're at.
I've been incredibly impressed so far. Obviously, we walked in together and took the quick tour. It's a college facility. There's nothing you can really compare it to in Arkansas. We joked about the Maumelle facilities and some of our other schools across PCSSD as well as Little Rock. But you look at what they're doing over at Central High right now and those kind of things. This is incredible. I mean, you walk out, over to our left over there is their indoor facility with a weight room, and it is impressive over there. And you walk in, and they've got a big team meeting room. They've got the big weight room, and then that is a 100-yard full indoor facility.
Yes.
But then behind that is a whole other 100-yard practice facility.
Yeah.
And it was funny. I texted a few coaches while we were here because they do 2 7-on-7s, one in the spring and then one in the summer. I was like, we got to get down here.
Yeah.
We got to get teams down here for this because this is incredibly impressive, and I'm excited just to be here in the building.
Yeah, this is an experience to say the least, more than it is a football game. And also, it's tonight's about something bigger than football. This is the inaugural Wipeout Kids Cancer Football Classic, and I think being able to be a part of something like this for a good cause, it's a good feeling because, we're helping out kids in need.
Yeah, and, you say that, too. I know I've seen some comments on the YouTube stream right now. Just so you guys know, if you missed it, there are some restrictions because of that. So
Yes.
they want to make sure that they fill this stadium up and get as many people in the seats as possible. And so because of that and to support that cause, you will only get an audio stream right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once this game is over tonight, we'll have this thing pop up live right here on YouTube. And so you'll be able to see the actual live stream here in just a bit, a couple hours, just minutes after this game is over. So if you don't get to watch it tonight, you got some Sunday afternoon viewing with no NFL tomorrow. Hey, treat this like your NFL game tomorrow afternoon. Come home from church, sit down, watch this one, and enjoy it. It should be one heck of a ball game. We'll get into some of the previews. Obviously, Trip Keeter here, myself, Steve Henson. We've got Kyle Sutherland down on the sidelines.
Yes.
Kristen Henson down on our cam down there as well. Pat, as well as Patrick Haley up on our main cam up here. So we're excited to have our crew, Will Watkins on production. And so we are excited to do this, and we'll start talking about some previews here. And you look at this team, and we all know what Parkview brings to the table with the amount of talent they have, man, and money, and those guys that are all committed to go to the next level.
Right.
And then, but you look at this side of it, and you've got some pretty impressive. Some pretty impressive young men on this Melissa team, a team that returns 12 starters, 6 on offense, same on defense, number 9 team in the 5A D2 here in the state of Texas, a team that went 10-2 last year. They started their season 9-0, lost 2 of their last 3, though, so obviously they want to get that bad taste out of their mouth.
Yeah.
But for this team, it starts in the trenches. We were given a nice tour by the dad of Owen Hollenbach, the big Oklahoma commit, right guard for this team, young man that stands at 6'4", 330 pounds, headed to Oklahoma, and he's actually really good friends with Omarion Robinson, who's headed to Oklahoma as well. So those two guys will get to do a little battle before they go to college next year.
Absolutely. I absolutely love that about high school football, especially big games like this, because you have D1 athletes who are going to, most likely compete against each other every now and then. Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know, come next season or 2 years afterwards, they're teammates, so they're playing together. That's what I absolutely love about this level of football. And something else that I just love, I can't say it enough. This facility, we're going to be talking about it all game. It's great. What else can we say other than what we've said already, except for just absolute speechlessness, because it's just great. So I'm going to try not to talk about it anymore.
No, we're going to talk about it. Look, the only other thing I'm going to say at this moment is the hospitality matches the facilities. Let's put it that way. I had the honor of meeting actually Coach Kenny Deal, who the stadium's named after. Oh. He's hanging out in the elevator, so unassuming. He's got an operations shirt on, just chilling. He took us down field level. Mm-hmm. Super nice guy. He's been here 38 years as part of this district. And I asked him, I said, is there any special history as to why this place is named after you? And he said, I've not won any championships, but been here 38 years. I said, so just a high level of respect for you, right?
Wow.
And he said, yes, sir. So, again, it's just first-class facilities, but on top of that, the hospitality here. Everyone here has been so friendly.
Yeah.
They were quick to give us a quick tour of the facilities over there. We got Jersey Mike's down here. I believe there's a level down where they got barbecue and any other kind of food you can imagine.
Yeah.
I've already said I'm moving here. I'm living in this building. I'm not going home. So sorry, guys, but I'm going to stay right here in Texas. But it's incredible. And then you look at the community that's building up around here. They're building a new middle school straight out in front of us, and the new middle school will rival some of our high schools when you look at the facilities just for their middle school football field over there.
My goodness, yeah.
So it's impressive, and I don't want to labor on it because we got some football to labor on here in a few minutes.
Yes.
About 5 minutes and 40 seconds away from kickoff. But man, this is going to be a lot of fun trip as I see our captains making their way out onto the field.
Yep, here they come. And I know they've had this game circled in red since this was scheduled back out what was December, January, around that time when this game was scheduled. I think Coach Bolding, he told me that normally this game would have been reserved for playing, I believe, North Little Rock.
That's right.
And then something happened where they had to drop out, and this opportunity came. And of course, you're going to take an opportunity to witness the Saturday edition, I guess, of Friday Night Lights, because it's a real thing. It's a real cultural, important part of Texas history, pretty much, and it's all around the deep South, pretty much where we're at.
Yeah.
So to be able to be a part of this is an absolute blessing. And I see down there some of our team captains here on the field. I do want to point out, most of this crew, this broadcast crew, has had a game or two to prepare. For some reason, Stephen will love keeping me waiting until the actual season starts.
Hey.
So I come out really rusty sounding. So you're going to hear a lot of uhs and ums and stutters throughout this ball game.
Look, the truth is, the fact of the matter is, we were saving the best for last, is what we were doing.
Okay,
And
keep lying to yourself.
I mean, I'm here, so it's no, but no, man. Look, week 0. This is the end of week 0 for us in the state of Arkansas. It's been fun. Pine Bluff did play today. I believe they lost that ball game 14-0, is what we were talking about on the way down.
Okay.
As they came down here to Texas and played a team. They get another Texas team next Saturday, which we've already talked about. We'll be broadcasting that on the Natural State Sports Network.
Awesome.
But week 0 culminates right here, and you couldn't get any bigger. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know, we love the Arkansas-Texas matchups. During football media days, we talked about it a lot because we've got a lot of schools playing, whether it be in Missouri. And as an Arkansas school, you know, Arkansas to me gets under recruited way too much, and it's a state that has a ton of talent, a ton of great athletes. But we don't get the attention that I think we deserve typically. And so it's really neat to be able to come out here and kind of just, you know, show what Arkansas football is.
Right.
You know, here in Texas, you got beautiful facilities, great hospitality, but we got great football in Arkansas as well, and I think Parkview is here to show that.
Yeah, Parkview, they're coming into this game with something to prove because they walk into this beautiful stadium, a lot of bells and whistles to distract them, and also just a Melissa team that is, in some cases, bigger and probably stronger than the Patriots, and that can be an intimidation factor. But you know the discipline on this Parkview Patriots team. They are a machine, pretty much. And they're going to come into this game fired up, ready to go with something to prove. This is going to be a game, a prove-it game. They want to prove their worth as a program. They want to prove that they still have the capability of being state champions. And win or lose, this is going to be a great experience for them and also just a great way to start the season.
Well, our captains have made their way to midfield. We've got number 2, Amarian Robinson. Number 27 is going to be Cam Settles. Number 1, Montario Elston. And I think that's 57 as well down there.
Yes.
So number 57 is Kevin Ellis are your captains. From Melissa, your captains down there, as I switch seats, 78 is going to be, I believe that's Hollenbeck. And no, that's Marlon Liddell, the offensive lineman. Number 2, I'm on the wrong roster. Just kidding. Let's get the right roster. All right, how about that? 78, I was right. Owen Hollenbeck. Number 2, Grayson Donahoe. Number 3, Colin Craig. And number 77 will be Jake Brown. And that is the captains for Melissa as the Parkview Patriots make their way out onto the field.
Here they come.
And we are officially set for football. And did they just turn out the light? Look, we got a flyover with the helicopter coming. Dude, it's getting legit up in here. Oh, look at their entry over here, Trip. Look over here to your left.
That's the tunnel that
boy.
we pretty much walked straight to as we made our way into the stadium. I got to say, we've got a great group of Parkview fans on the opposite end of the stadium. And the fact that they made the trip is just remarkable because we took the drive down here this morning. Not an easy place to get to. It's not – most of it, yes, it's on – I-30 and on the interstate, but you got to go through, like we came through here through a lot of farmland and in back roads, and all of a sudden football stadium right there. So just the fact that I'm pretty sure they bust some of them down here. They had like a convoy to make their way down. Absolutely remarkable. And you know, props to you guys for making the trip down here, and props to you guys for joining us here on the broadcast. We hope that you join us all season long. This is the only time that we'll have a broadcast that's audio only. Obviously, we'll have the video up after this game concludes. But just a reminder again, This is the Wipeout Kids Cancer Classic and the inaugural football classic of this kind. It's a charity football game, and due to restraints because of that, the ticket sales of this ball game go into research for kids' cancer. So they wanted as many butts in the seats as they possibly could. So we're just blessed that we're able to be here to broadcast this game, period.
So to follow up on that real quick, because I see Jay in the comments has asked if we're not going to show it until it starts. No, you will not be able to see the actual broadcast until after the game is over because of those restrictions. We are allowed to do an audio stream only, which is what you're listening to now. So you'll have to just listen to our beautiful voices as well as Kyle Sutherland down on the sideline when we get to him. But yeah, so that is the deal. There will be no video of this until the game is over. Once the game concludes, then the stream will be popped up on there for you to watch after the ball game's over.
And I got to say, just looking at the presentation that they are bringing to this stadium, it's just remarkable. Right to our right is a giant production room that you really don't see anywhere else except for, again, cliche again, D1 football stadiums.
Yeah.
And they have the team down there in the tunnel where we were previously, basically where our tour began as we walked across the field. And they've got cameras, live cameras, at field level. This is just remarkable. And I feel like this is going to be an experience that we as a broadcast crew will remember. Parkview fans, players, coaches, everybody's going to remember this night coming down to Melissa, Texas.
Yeah, without a doubt. No question about it. So coin toss is complete, and it'll be Melissa, Texas receiving the kickoff to start things off. So we're going to get to see this Parkview defense right off the bat. And I asked you ahead of time, should I be scared? Because Bobby Bolding is through the glass to my left. So if he gets upset, I may have to duck and avoid glass over here next to me. This is some pretty thick glass, so I think I'm probably safe.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, but again, for those of you asking, where can we watch the game? You can watch this game when it's over. There is no live stream whatsoever, whether it's Melissa, whether it's us. There is an audio live only.
Yep.
And we will be live video, or we'll be video right after the ball game concludes. That is because of restrictions due to this being a charity event.
Yep.
So, again, wipe out kids' cancer. Hey, how can you hate that? Like, you can't hate that, you know?
No.
It's funny. I heard I was talking to a guy with St. Jude's the other day, and we were chit-chatting just about different things, and he said, it's interesting when you talk about how they do things and how we do things when we go and try to get donations and such. And so for those of you who are upset about why we can't show this game live right now, I'll give you the St. Jude's line. Why do you hate kids with cancer?
Oh, my God.
Okay? That's the St. Jude's line. That's not my line.
Is it really?
That's the St. Jude's line. If you tell them you don't want to donate, they say, why do you hate kids with cancer? All right, we're going to take one quick break as we got the national anthem, and then we'll be right back with you.
Trip Keeter alongside Steve Hinton, welcoming you back to Coach Kenny Deal Stadium here in Melissa, Texas.
He's kind of a big deal.
He is.
I know you hate the puns, but welcome to Dad Jokes R Us. So
Great. More of those, please. I would love that. So we've got football here about to take place here on a Saturday night in North Texas. We have a massive crowd downstairs from us. And we also have a helicopter circling the stadium. Nobody told us that there's going to be a helicopter or why, so there's no telling why.
Look, when you got a $40 million stadium, you don't use drones, you use a helicopter,
Yes,
okay?
so, yes.
So starting defense for your Parkview Patriots as they'll be on the field first. A defensive end, number 0, Micah Johnson. The other end, number 52, Jeremy Edwards. Defensive tackle, number 78, Marlon Liddell. Defensive tackle, number 77, Cleveland Lee. Linebackers, number 57, Kevin Ellis. Number 11, Ja'Cory Smith. Number 15, Chris Edwards. Your corners, number 27, Cam Settles. Jermaine Penny, number 9. And then your safeties, number 2, Amarian Robinson. And number 3, Jace White. And we are set for kickoff here as the kickoff man will be number 72.
I'm not seeing a number 72 anywhere.
Over here, Solomon Aguilar.
Okay.
Use your big roster for that.
I don't have a big roster. I'm never given these things. So Solomon is teed up, ready to go to kick it away to the Melissa Cardinals. We're about to be underway for the 2024 edition of Parkview Patriot Football.
You might need to clean them. They're probably a little dirty. Sorry. Didn't mean for that to come across hot.
And we're underway here at Melissa. Kick is away, going from our left to right. It'll be taken from the goal line towards the near sideline. And he might have stepped out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
And that was spot it there. Yep.
Dalton DeBabney on the return. It looks like that was Man who made the stop.
Yeah, Man-Man's going to get credit for that huge hit there on the sideline. Thankfully, no one blew a whistle because the hit was after he went out of bounds and then came back in bounds, but continued the play. So this will be the quarterback. Quarterback is the Hoover, Alabama native. So here we go.
In the gun, he takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to his running back up the middle. He's only going to get about 3 yards, as that was Jeremiah Tabbert on the carry.
Melissa comes out. They're going to go 3 wide, trips to the far side of the field, which will be the the Parkview side of the sidelines. One back.
Noah Schuback, the quarterback, is going to hand it off again for another 2 yards to Tabber. And the ball is going to be, they're going to spot them at the 34-yard line for a third down.
Noah Schuback, a 6'1", 195-pound, 3-star quarterback prospect, moved in from Hoover, Alabama, takes over this offense that's replacing a lot of skill guys.
Schuback claps his hands and was trying to get the Patriots to jump, but no budge.
He's got Tabor next to him here. They've got a tight end up man and 2 receivers to the outside, 1 here to the near side.
He takes the snap. Now he drops back looking to throw to his left side, and there was some miscommunication there. He was looking for Brett Poole, but Poole, I guess Schuback was expecting him to run a go route or a wheel route of some kind, but he just kind of stopped.
Yeah, miscommunication there. Poole looked like he was supposed to run the go, and he just ran a little curl at the sticks to get the first down. So a little miscommunication. Schuback looked like he wanted the home run touchdown, and Poole just wanted a first down. So punt team comes on for the Cardinals.
And we got Sham McGregor back to punt.
And I'm trying to see who's back there. Obviously, Man-Man's back there. Bat snaps high. You're going to get it away, left-footed kicker.
A low punt, and it's going to roll out of bounds. And they're going to spot it at the Parkview 45, and that's where the Patriots will start their first drive of the 2024 campaign.
So, Tripp, we're going to get our first look at Quentin Murphy, obviously a young man that I'm very experienced with, coming over from Robinson. I've done some Robinson games. I'm excited to see Q. I went down there and dabbed up with him in pregame, and he's locked in and ready to go. And, the one question I've got with Q, and it's going to be the question he's going to have to answer with his team, where Q was most successful as a Robinson Senator was when he could throw it deep and he had some speed on the outside. He didn't have that last year. He's got that this year at Parkview. Yes. And so I'd be real curious to see just how Coach Bolding wants to use him.
So now Murphy in the gun. Money Elston was in motion. Going to give it to Cameron Settles up the middle. He's only going to get 3 yards, though. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Cameron Settles is a guy that I got a chance to talk to after he officially committed to the Razorbacks. And as great as he is a player, he's an even better young man. And he excels on and off the field. And to say that we're proud of him is an understatement. And very, very excited to see what he has in store in the future on and off the field. And as it said, as the coaches say, when you give him the ball, it's hard to bring him down. Now, Quentin Murphy up the middle gets the first down himself on the quarterback keeper into Melissa territory.
So a little RPO option there as they fake the handoff to Settles. The 2 Arkansas commits doing work already in the backfield to get the first down of the evening.
Ball at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Patriots. Already moving the ball well, but we don't want to make some too early assumptions here in the first quarter because this game could go really either way. I have a feeling it's going to be a chess match.
And it should be, and I think the question's going to be, can the speed outweigh the size of this Melissa team? Because as you watch this squad, that's the big difference right now.
Money in motion, and Murphy's going to give it to him on the touch pass, but he's going to go all the way back to his own 49-yard line as Melissa's defense just swarmed him. They're going to down him. Ball is still going to be in Melissa territory. I thought they tackled him past behind the 50, but they're going to mark it at the Melissa 48.
So that on the tackle there for Melissa was Logan Diamore, a senior defensive lineman, and he came busting through on that one. A little bit of a broken assignment on the right side of the Parkview offensive line. So empty set this time for the Patriots.
5 wide. Murphy alone in the backfield. He's going to take the snap, and he's going to try to take off. He stumbled a bit, but he's still on his feet. And he's going to try to push, but they're going to wrangle him down just shy of the 40, and it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, you talked about him stumbling there. If he doesn't stumble coming out of the blocks, I think he's going to get probably at least a few more yards because the hole was there. It was open, but clamped down pretty quick once he stumbled and tried to get around there.
So now it's going to be 3rd down.
The
3rd down or 4th down? Yeah, they changed it. So it'll be 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, our marker over here has got 3rd. So you're going to have Settles in the backfield, it looks like, next to Murphy.
Q Murph's going to take the snap, looks at throws to the left side, and it's complete. Down the sideline, he's going to be wrangled down, as I believe that's Kyrick Folks on the reception for the Patriots, and he gets a big-time 1st down.
An impressive there. So they went with the out route. It was a little bracket coverage. They had a guy underneath, a guy up top. The over-top defender fell down, and Folks found himself wide open there on the corner for the easy 1st down.
Kyrick Folks, a junior wide receiver.
Looks like we got some sound coming down from our field
I
level
think
right
I can
now.
hear Kyle. Yep. Cameron Settles gets the handoff. He's not going to gain a yard. He was swarmed by Melissa. I believe that was Colin Craig leading the charge for Melissa. I'm actually enjoying this. We have some field level audio.
We've got a little crowd noise in our ears now. It might be a little loud, but I'm good with it.
Turn it up.
Turn it up.
2nd down and 10 for Parkview. 3 wide. Murphy in the gun. Fakes the handoff to Settles up the middle, and Quentin gets a 1st down on his own.
And this is what I wanted to see. So I'm really curious to see if they go more of the Landon Rogers type with Q out there. If you're a Parkview Patriot fan, you've seen a lot of. You remember Landon Rogers and the things he was able to do back the time he was here.
It's not on right now. It ain't right now.
He's within that mold, and he's showing it right now. It's been the Quentin Murphy show so far on this drive.
1st down and 10 from the Melissa 12.
Yeah.
Murphy hands off to Settles. Settles cuts to his left side. There he goes. Touchdown, Parkview.
Cam Settles with the first touchdown of the year.
If it counts after this flag.
Man, I didn't see the lawn. It's coming back. This thing's going to be a hold. That's tough. So we got a hold on the outside here. Settles got open and out there because of the hold. And so take this one off the board. We'll have to wait a few extra plays for the first Parkview touchdown of the season.
Too excited too.
So no, you know what? It's funny though. We talked about this on the way up here. I learned a lesson, and it was because of Quentin Murphy a few years ago when I was calling a game and I was doing play-by-play. And I learned, keep your call going because you never know who that flag is.
Now it's going to be.
First down.
Yeah, the board's saying 1st and 14.
That's right.
Murphy tosses it to Elston, and he's going to be pulled down. He lost his helmet. That was a rough tackle. Money's not happy about that, and rightfully so, because, like you said, the defender grabbed his face mask, basically yanked his helmet off. No flag thrown.
So I watched our official after that play, and the official reached like maybe he had the underneath of the helmet instead of the face mask, and that's why he was able to pull it off. Money didn't seem to argue whether or not it was a face mask or not. So that's not.
Coach J. Hall in the chat is saying, can't hear y'all for the band. I'm wondering if that means that the band is heard on the broadcast louder than us.
Yeah, I think that when he went down to the sideline mic, I think that's what it was. It should be good now.
Murphy throws to his left side. I believe that's Jermaine Penny on the reception. It is.
You guys keep us updated as we're working through some different software stuff up here, so just keep us updated as to whether or not you can still hear us. I know there's a little delay to your comments from what we're seeing, but I believe what you were hearing was the background of the band, and we're probably drowning us out a little bit.
Yeah. As well as this is a new network, the new Patriots Sports Network. We also have some new hardware, new software, new equipment, new everything. So this is a test game for us as well as it is for the Patriots on the field.
So it's, I believe, yeah, okay, third down at 21. We can get a first down at 2. Trips to the near side.
Murphy takes the snap, drops back. He has to throw it quickly. He was looking for Montario Elston on a potential screen pass, I believe. The pass falls incomplete. Will bring up 4th down, and you hate that for the Patriots because they had such great momentum offensively. That one holding penalty pushed them back, and then a potential missed face mask also did not help. And now it's going to be 4th down and long.
So 4th and long, and it looks like Parkview may decide to punt.
The AirPods are even working.
Ball sits at the 23-yard line, so it would be roughly a 40-yard field goal. And I'll be honest, I don't know what the kicking situation is.
I knew that this one. I just had a feeling. I don't know. I don't feel like we were very prepared.
I think there might have been some confusion because if you look down there, now they've got it. Even the digital board said first down. And so I think there was some confusion as to which down it was. And again, as we were talking about.
All right, let's go ahead and get ready.
It's week 0, y'all.
Yep.
We got some kinks to work out, and that's just what's going to happen here. Whether it's us on our broadcast, the officials down there, or just the game day operations.
First game jitters is a very real thing.
Yeah, no doubt. So let's see. Kyle Sutherland, are we ready to join Kyle down there? I think. Kyle, you got us, bud.
All right. Well, guys, it is a beautiful night down here. We thought that there was going to be a heat advisory. It's 73 with about wind mile at 10 miles per hour. So, look, we got a good drive going right here. Hopefully, if anybody gets their face mask ripped off again, these officials will call that. We'll see what happens. But Parkview has started off really well. There's a lot of college prospects in this game tonight. So, going to be a great one between Texas and Arkansas. I expect Parkview to continue running these press formations to try to keep them honest, keep the horizontal game going, and then we'll see what happens from there.
All right, thanks, Kyle.
Thank you, Kyle. So it looks like the Patriots are going for it here on 4th and long, with Murphy and Settles in the gun. Quinn takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Obviously fires to the end zone to Penny. Incomplete. Jermaine was looking for a PI call, but no flag. I think he was just covered up.
Yeah, he's not going to get that call. There was a lot of kind of bouncing off of each other down there, but I didn't see anything that would have led to PI. Really, it was a good play by the Melissa D-back as he couldn't get over the top of him. So Parkview's first drive of the night comes to a close at the 23-yard line. It'll be Melissa Ball here with 5:20 left in the first.
Ball on their own 23-yard line.
And so now again we look. This is where we're going to figure out just how much team speed Parkview has. And again, huge offensive line. This offensive line averages about 310 across the line.
Schubach takes the snap, throws to his right side, pass complete to Jacob Nye, and he's going to gain a good few yards.
5, it looks like.
It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Good timing route there out of the quarterback there. So
I'm trying to just get it to where I can hear them.
I'll be impressed with that, as had an open man on the little out route.
It's like clear for a second, and then it's.
Schubach claps his hands, takes the snap, and hands it off. And look out, up the middle. What a strong run. Believe that was
Tabor.
I was looking at the wrong roster. Yes, it was. Jeremiah Tabor.
Tabor, just a freshman.
Yeah.
So that's impressive. You come to the state of Texas and see a freshman out there starting on a varsity of this size. That's impressive.
Hand it off to him again up the middle, and there he goes. Oh, my goodness. He's going to take it all the way for a Melissa touchdown. Cardinals on the board first from the – well, it looks like there's a flag on the play way back behind the line of scrimmage.
There it is. And this may come back. We'll see. I didn't see what the flag was, and it's a hold, and this one's coming all the way back. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. And the Cardinal fans are not happy about that one. They had the lights going off and everything in celebration.
How about the banner board showing flag across the banner board? That's pretty cool as well. Big yellow banner board now saying flag. Melissa fans not happy. That wipes out a 66-yard touchdown run for Jeremiah Tabor. And so now both teams put touchdowns in the end zone but get them called back because of holding penalties. And so we'll start this thing over to be 1st and 20.
So a couple of penalties for both teams on offense to start here in the first quarter. That's setting them back from that's 2 plays in a row where that was going to be a score, but then a holding penalty brings them back.
That's right, yeah. Well, both of the scores in this game have been called back, and still a 0-0 score with 4:51 to go in our first quarter here from Coach Kenny Dill Stadium.
1st down and 24, Melissa, from their own 24. Schubach in the gun, takes the snap, rolls out to his left, looking to throw. He has to throw it quickly as the pocket was collapsing. Parkview was charging at him. Who was that on defense?
I've got, what was that, 59?
It was number 59.
So Billy Moore was the man in, it was chasing the quarterback down.
I think I've got one half of the roster. You got the other half.
Oh, we've got a couple of different rosters.
Hand off up the middle again, and he's only going to gain, let's call it a 9-yard gain.
That wasn't Tabor. That was number 28, Zaid Shaheed, the running back for the Cardinals, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 12 here.
So 3rd down and long.
And a big opportunity. You give up the gash play where they score from 66 out. The hold brings it back, so now you got a chance to get your defense off the field and get your offense back out there.
Schubach alone in the backfield, takes the snap, looks to throw, fires, almost intercepted by Man. He made a great defensive play there, knocking the ball down despite trying to catch the ball. Either way, a great defensive play by Marion Robinson.
I think the Melissa, Texas fans may not be happy as Man may have got there a beat soon, but he's got a right to that football as well. And so great play there by Marion to knock that one away and force a 4th down. It looks like Melissa's going to send the punt team out.
And looking at the instant replay on this big video board to our right, it looked like that he was also playing for the ball. So he did make contact with the receiver, but it seemed like it was basically at the right time. So now Melissa now back to punt. And
no. They're going to get a penalty for running into the kicker here.
So Parkview were charging in to block the punt, but the punter was knocked down shortly after kicking the ball away.
So it's going to be running into the kicker.
An automatic 1st down for Melissa.
So that's a tough break. You find again. We go back to it. You got off the field with the stop there, and then you run into the punter. And again, I like the aggressiveness, but you got to make sure you get a piece of that ball or pull yourself up and not hit that punter.
So a new set of downs here for the Cardinals. And Noah Schubach back on the field. He knew instantly, too. He was ready to get back on the field.
And you got Tabor there as well, so motion man here.
Send a man in motion. Schubach takes the snap. Going to hand it off to Tabor. Tabor up the middle for another. I think it's a 5-yard gain. I'll bring up second down. So these running backs for Melissa, they've been making a statement here early. Second down, they give it to Tabor again. And Parkview may have stopped him just shy of the line to gain. And it'll be 3rd down and 1.
I'd say I'm impressed with this Tabor. I mean, a freshman out there running for the varsity, and he's looked good so far. I was trying to get through here and see if I could find some of his size, but I'm not finding anything.
We're going to hand it off to Tabor again, up the middle, and he might have got the first down. I think he did. A 1.5 yard gained.
Hello.
Hey, what are we doing?
I'll bring up a new set of downs for Melissa. And once again, this is our first game too, so I'm going to work out the kinks for this football game as we bring you the action. First down for Melissa. Handed off to, not Tabor that time, that was Shaheed. I don't even think he gained a yard. He was knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. So second down and 10. So Schubach throws to his right side, incomplete. There was not a man there as he threw it way too late for his receiver. 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, we talk about the timing piece and just a little off there, the slant route. He really had it open, probably would have been a first down, but threw it behind his man. And so this will bring up a 3rd down and 10 from the 42-yard line. Mm-hmm. And Parkview really needs to get off the field here on this drive, on this play.
A lineup with trips to the right. Schubach takes the snap, hesitates, and runs up the middle. He's going to be sticked. Holy cow, what a smack. I think that was Ja'Cory Smith on the stop. He gained 2 yards, but that still brings up 4th down.
Yeah, Ja'Cory Smith stuck his nose in there and made it one heck of a hit. And so good job there to stop him. It'll be a 4th down and 8, and now a huge opportunity for the Patriot defense to get off the field here.
We're going to go for it on 4th and 8. Schubach alone in the backfield as they send Shaheed in motion.
Now Shaheed will return to the backfield.
Now he and Schubach will be in the gun. 3 wide, and
Not me.
there's a flag thrown.
So for those in the comments wanting to know what the score is, that scoreboard there in front of you is correct. No score so far, 140 to go and counting. We're down to 132 on our clock right now, but that scoreboard is updated incorrect. And so right now, no score and a timeout here on 4th down and 8. Mm-hmm. Melissa football and Parkview trying to get them off the field. Just a quick recap of what we've had happen so far. No scoring, although both teams have found the end zone, but both times have been called back because of holding. Parkview scored on their end earlier. That play was called back because of a hold on the edge.
Yes.
And then Tabor went 66 yards to the house for Melissa, but again called back because of holding. And so it is 4th down and 8. We got a timeout, Melissa here, as they're going to talk about it. Hey, Tripp, I want to say I'm having a good time watching Coach Bolding, coach next to me over here in the booth. He's through the glass, so you're not going to hear him, thank goodness.
I should have seen him during the playoffs.
He is getting it over here, and it's a lot of fun to watch Coach Bobby Bolding work.
Team's back on the field now on 4th down and 8 on the 40-yard line in Parkview territory. Melissa trying to convert here on 4th down.
So I would expect to see this probably go right behind big number 78 on the right side of this offensive line, the Oklahoma commit. And let's see if it's where they go with it.
Schubach and Tabor in the backfield. Schubach's going to take the snap, looks, drops back, and almost intercepted. Oh, my goodness, what a stop there. Ja'Cory Smith had the ball in his hands, but it slipped out. But also a great effort there by the Patriots defensive line. They were speeding in towards Schubach and made him panic to throw the ball, essentially.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was the key to that play. The defensive line made that play, and Ja'Cory Smith back-to-back big plays. He stuck his nose in there a minute ago, made the play in the backfield, and then turns around and makes a big play right there. Obviously, you want the interception if Ja'Cory Smith. Either way, it's a turnover. It'll be Parkview ball.
Ball on their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10 after the defensive stop.
So we'll see Quentin Murphy in this offense come back out. Obviously in the backfield with him. Who is that? 20.
That's number 22.
Dak Crosby.
Murphy and Crosby in the gun.
Big
They
hole.
give it to Crosby. Look at him go.
block.
He found a big hole down the left side. It's a foot race to the end zone. He's going to be knocked down inside the 20-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 19. What a run. His first play from scrimmage, Dak Crosby.
And just like that, Parkview finds themselves in the red zone. And, man, what that young man's got some speed now. We talked about the speed difference in this ballgame and what it might look like. That was it right there.
Yes.
Big-time speed out of Crosby.
Dalton DeBabna on the stop for Melissa, the wide receiver and defensive back. Two-way player for Melissa. Now 1st down and 10 in the red zone. Murphy's going to keep it up the middle, found a hole, still driving. I think he got the 1st down.
He did. Well, it's going to be close. They may measure it. Nope, I think he went ahead and said 1st down.
And he was knocked down. They're going to spot it at the 9-yard line of Melissa. 1st down and goal. What a quick 2 plays. They came down. They score on this drive. That'll be, what, a 60-yard drive?
With 2 plays right now, we've gone 50. I think that was a 1st down. We do have a timeout on the field. Again, we're sealed off up here. This is the press box. Again, facilities are amazing, but we are sealed off, so we don't hear a lot down at field level.
Yeah.
And so, but that was a big-time run, but we've got a timeout, and it looks like that timeout was called by Melissa because they got one left,
So, like I said, thank you for bearing with us here on this broadcast. As I've noticed sometimes, at least according to the comments, the things that we hear are not the exact same things that the viewers can hear, and they can hear things that we can't hear. So it's we're perfecting it. It's a trial and error here. So. We are learning as we go.
Well, listen, while we have the break in action right now, as both teams are in there, well, Melissa's ready on defense. Parkview's still in their huddle. They're about to come out. But, we're excited. Parkview Sports Network, built by the Natural State Sports Network. We're excited to be able to bring you this. One thing we do need, though, guys, if you want to be a sponsor of the broadcast, please reach out to us, myself, Steve Henson, 501-960-2255, or Will Watkins, and we'd love to have to be able to highlight your business. All right, here we go.
1st and goal from the 9. Murphy hands it off up the middle.
That's going to be.
I'm looking at the wrong roster again. That's Crosby again.
You got about 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
I'm not used to calling a game like it's on the radio, so that's why I'm having these long pauses. So, once again, Steve got some warm-ups. I did not.
I did get a little warm-up last night. With we were out there at Maumelle, the team that you guys are going to come visit us next week. So.
Cameron settles in at running back, and Murphy's going to hand it off to him. Cam settles, trying to find the end zone. He's down at about the 3-yard line. He found a hole to the right side. Great job. This Parkview offensive line, they've been putting in the work here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, they've looked good, and I want to give some credit. That's going to be the last play of our 1st quarter. But I want to give some credit also to Quentin Murphy, as that was a high snap. He got it down, got it into the belly of Settles, and Settles got us down to the 3. And that'll be the last play of our 1st quarter.
So we'll take a quick break here, and we're still scoreless in what has been an already exciting football game here in Melissa, Texas. We'll be right back with more here on the Patriots Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. you back to Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. And this game has been a big deal because the Patriots and the Cardinals, they've been battling in the first quarter, and now we're set to begin the second quarter of play with the Patriots deep into the red zone, 3rd and goal from the Melissa 3-yard line. Going to hand it off down to the left side. Cameron Settles racing to the pylon. He's going to be knocked out of bounds. A hit might have been late. That was Rocky Dunn on the tackle, taking down Cameron Settles. We'll bring up 4th down and goal.
I thought that was late. He was well into the white. I really thought that hit was late. I get it, they let him play it out, but I really thought that was late.
I can't disagree with that. he was deep into the white lines of the sideline, but I feel like that was possibly a makeup from earlier from the opening kickoff.
So 4th down here, 4th and goal for the Patriots. It'll be Murphy with Settles, I believe, in the backfield with him.
Murphy hands it off to Cameron Settles up the middle, and he's got nowhere to go. He even lost 2 yards at the 5-yard line. A turnover on downs, Melissa football.
Yeah, Melissa really muscled up right there, and they were ready for that. Right up the middle, just absolutely mauled our offensive line on that play. And now that's where the difference between the size and the speed that we're going to keep watching here for the night. So that was a tough one. It'll be a turnover on downs. But the good news is you got Melissa packed real deep. They'll start this drive from, looks like, about the 4-yard line.
Talking about new equipment, I got new binoculars. I know D-Rob for some reason loves when I have binoculars, so he was talking about it at the Razorback game the other day. So D-Rob, if you're watching, these are the official binoculars of Darius Robinson. 1st and 10 for Melissa from their own 5-yard line. Schubach throws it to the left side. And he was down. That was Brett Poole, the intended receiver. He dived for it, but the ball hit the ground first.
Yeah, it was a good route. It just, Schubach came up short with it. I mean, he kind of short-armed it and bounced it in there, but he was open. That would have been a 1st down.
So it's a 2nd down and 10 from their own 5-yard line.
A little surprised they threw out of the end zone there.
Official spot is their own 4. Going to hand it off up the middle. Look out, finds a hole, and just shy of the 1st down. As that was Eden Shinomura.
And it is going to be a 1st down. And that was all the Melissa offensive line on that play. We had good containment on the edge. I think that was Micah Johnson who really set the edge over there, forced that play right where you're supposed to inside, but the offensive line blocked it up.
And hand it off to him again up the middle. He's going to gain quite less yards this time, probably about a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Ja'Cory Smith in there again on that play. A couple other Patriots with him, but we keep seeing 11 a lot right now. 11 making some noise down there.
You love to see it, too, here early in the season. 2nd down and 7 to go from their own 17-yard line for Melissa. Schubach in the gun. Going to hand it off. I believe that's Tabor that time on the carry, number 22.
Cleveland Lee really disrupted that play in the backfield. Lee was able to punch through and get the exact same play they've been running. They just ran it to the left side that time. But Lee did a great job of getting penetration and really forcing that play a little further to the right and inside than they wanted it to go.
So now 3rd down and 5 from Melissa's own 19-yard line. In the gun again. Schubach hands it off. No, he fakes the handoff. Play action to the left side as he found a man, Tyler Montgomery, but Amarian Robinson said, nope, you're not going anywhere.
Look, and again, the team speed for Parkview won out on that one. That was a great play. They had a guy in the slot right where you want him at. It was a good throw, but we had a guy right on top of him to force a 4th down here.
So 4th down and 3. And it looks like Melissa's going to bring out the punt team, and might as well because they're almost in their own red zone, so they have to punt it away here.
Yeah, if you're Melissa, you got to kind of be at least somewhat happy you're able to get out of the shadow of your own goalpost. If you're Parkview, you're super happy right now because you're able to get off the field here after just 7 plays, get the ball back to your offense.
I believe that's Amarian Robinson and Jermaine Penny back deep to return this punt. As the punt is away, and no contact that time. Penny tries to get under it, but now he moves away quickly. And a smart move there by Jermaine.
I tell you,
He wanted it for a moment. He was like, wait a minute. Nope.
Man, I kept waiting to see that hand get raised for a fair catch. I was like, if he doesn't, he is going to get hammered. And he did make the right choice, let that ball go over his head. But I'd like to see him make that decision just a hair quicker.
So the ball is spotted from Parkview's own 38-yard line. They're about to start another drive here. 9 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. You were mesmerized by the commercial on the scoreboard, Steve.
Like they got celebrities on their commercials here,
Yeah.
bro. Like, good Lord.
Saw Mike Singletary on one earlier, too.
That's what caught my eye. I was like, okay.
Some stadiums, some high school stadiums in Arkansas, they do have some nice video boards. None as big as the one here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. First down and 10 for Parkview. Murphy drops back, looking downfield for a man, and he's got it. And if Murphy catches him on the run, that's a touchdown. But I can't say that name. Dalton DePabna on the tackle there for Melissa. I don't know what happened there.
It's about as good as I would have said it.
Yeah. My audio got suddenly a bit quieter there on my headphones.
Look, so that's one of those timing things. That's going to be a touchdown in a game or two between Quentin and Man. But
like
he
I said,
just missed it.
The timing was a bit better. That would have been a touchdown. Now 5 wide. Murphy in the gun, takes it up the middle. Oh, wow, that was a KJ Jefferson type run. As he was tackled down at the 10, he made a little spin move and everything. He is not afraid to lower his shoulder and take off running. He's got the toughness of KJ Jefferson, probably the speed of Taylon Green.
Yeah, he can move now, and it's impressive. You know, Quentin had a tough year last year. It really struggled a bit over at Robinson. Comes over here, he's got a plethora of athletes to play with, and so I personally am excited to see exactly what he's going to bring to the table. We got a stoppage in action here, as I think we might have an equipment issue from Melissa. I think that's what it is our officials are trying to get a guy off the field for Melissa. I'm not sure if it was maybe he lost a helmet in the play, and maybe they've decided against it and they're going to let him stay on the field.
So it's going to be first down and goal from the Melissa 10-yard line. Murphy and Settles in the gun. Murphy fakes the handoff to Settles up the middle. Touchdown, Parkview! No flags that time. Patriots on the board first.
A great play there by Quentin Murphy. Little RPO action again. He runs that to perfection, fakes the handoff, keeps it from Settles, gets around the left side, breaks a tackle, and he finds himself in that end zone.
Quick 10-yard touchdown on the ground for Quentin Murphy.
So let's go on down to our buddy Kyle Sutherland as he's got something to bring to us here.
I want to go ahead, guys, and just mention that this is a very similar game plan to what they played against Bryant last year when they ended that 54-game in-state win streak. A lot of running, that's what we expected there to do, and now they got the first points on the board.
You know, Kyle, it was impressive, too, to see that big pass play from Quentin. That's got to calm them down just a little bit to have an opportunity to stretch the field, too.
PAT is
no doubt about it. Because you think about Quentin, that's been some of the knocks on him is what kind of throws is he going to make? We know that he has straight line speed, but sometimes there has been some questions about his arm. That's big time for him to get that confidence. I know Man definitely like to get a reception. Loves to make some tackles, loves to hit people, but he loves to catch the ball as well. So good to see the Patriots on the board first.
All right, thanks, Kyle. Appreciate you.
PAT was no good. Parkview now leads 6-0 here in the second quarter. And I mean, the momentum that this offense has every time they're on the field, not all of their drives have ended in scores, obviously, as that was their first touchdown of the night. But the fact that they've been using their speed to their advantage is probably going to be just a major factor for the remainder of this game.
Yeah, I would believe so, and they're just going to have to keep doing it. But I think the other piece is, I think that's been the talk. We've talked about it. I think around the state of Arkansas, it's been talked about that the key for Parkview to win this game is going to be their speed. But I thought we saw it there in the physicality of Quentin Murphy and being able to get downhill as a runner. I think that's going to be a huge key as well, and you've got to figure out a way to stop that.
Yes. Now, set to kick it away. Thank you.
I thought you had that.
Yeah, we have like 5 different rosters up here.
People just kept bringing me rosters.
Solomon Aguilar has the ball teed up at the 40 and kicks it away. Boom. There you go. It's going to be a shorter kick. Could be returned from the 20, and look out. Shakes off a man. That was Jake Budasek. for Melissa.
Terrell Elston got his money's worth there. It was one heck of a hit there towards the end of that play.
He was stopped at his own 39-yard line, and that's where Melissa will take over. On the video board, they've got fan cams and everything.
Well, if you go down there too, when I was down there on the sidelines earlier, they've got. I mean, it's all you've got. Your crowd mics all along this side of. I mean, this is about as close. This is a college setup.
Yeah,
this is impressive.
That's amazing.
All right, so Melissa back out there on offense.
1st and 10, their own 39. A handoff up the middle, and he's got nowhere to go. Wrapped up, probably only a yard gained by Jeremiah Tabor. Be 2nd down and 9 from their own 40. Line up with 4 wide in shotgun.
And again, they keep feeding Tabor. Now they want to throw it.
His near side, in and out of the hands of Jacob Nye. It's just a second sooner he would have caught that ball. He probably would have been knocked down hard too.
Yeah, Settles was sitting there settled in and waiting on him.
Now, 3rd down and 9. Noah Schubach, the quarterback for Melissa. And his running back is Jeremiah Tabor. They're substituting in and out these running backs pretty quickly.
And this time trips to the far side of the field. Parkview showing blitz. They do bring it.
Schubach drops back to pass, and his pass is knocked down. Intercepted!
Oh, wow, what a play!
Intercepted by a defensive lineman for Parkview. There's a flag down. Who was that? Was that
Marlon
Marlon
Liddell?
Liddell? A heads-up play there as a defensive lineman. That's a lineman's dream.
No doubt. What a play by Liddell. I didn't see who got his hand up. What is it, Ja'Cory Smith, the blitzing linebacker, again, that got a hand on it, I think. I'm not sure without benefit of a replay here, but it looked like it might have been Ja'Cory Smith who got a piece of that. Now we await the penalty call.
They're going to come down to me, and I got something on that kid and just picked it off.
Be hands to the face against Parkview.
So that's going to negate the interception. And
talk about a gut punch for this Parkview defense.
Man, that's tough. So we're going to go down to our buddy Kyle Sutherland, I think, here for a second and get his thoughts on that play there. Kyle, we got you down there, and tough turn of events there for the Patriots. Oh, I thought we had Kyle. We don't have Kyle at the moment.
Yep. Now 1st down and 10 on a new set of downs, and he's wrapped up instantly on the handoff as that was big number 50,
Nigel Farsi. We got a little extracurricular going on over here.
An angry Cardinal on the field.
Well, I think Liddell, who had the interception a minute ago, took offense to the lineman. I think that was big 74 from Melissa, lineman Max Wright. I think he just blocked all the way through the whistle there, and Liddell took exception to it, and they had a little extra curricular activity going afterwards. Our officials put a stop to it. No flags on the field.
Now Liddell is going to come off to the sideline and take a breather. As the coach had his arm around him and said, hey, relax. It's still early in the game, still the first half.
Liddell's just still frustrated. Big man don't often get interceptions at all, and so had that one taken away from him because of the hands of the face call.
We had offsetting penalties. So it'll still be 2nd down and 12 from the Parkview 45-yard line. Melissa here on offense. Eden Shinamura on at running back, I beg your pardon. And that's Noah Schubach at quarterback. Like I said earlier, they switch out these running backs almost every other play. 2nd down and 12. Takes the snap. He's going to give it to his running back towards the left side. Wow! He is just swallowed up in the backfield by the Parkview defense. And we were talking about earlier, the Melissa offensive line is huge. And the fact that Parkview was bringing the pressure here in this game is impressive.
In the backfield, and I said it earlier, Cleveland Lee made a smart play. He makes another smart play there as he's able to get in the backfield and shut that play down. Now big 3rd and 14.
3rd down and long.
Jubak looks, throws to his left, finds a man complete. He's going to be tackled down. They're going to spot him at the 36-yard line, just a couple yards short of the first down, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, Brett Poole on the catch, and I got to think that that was 4-down territory. Poole ran a good route. He ran it 14 yards, but the throw brought him back a little bit, so he ends up about 3 yards shy of the first down, so it'll be 4th and 3 here.
At the 36-yard line. Cardinals going for it, going to hand it off.
Stuffed it.
He's got nowhere to go. Turnover on downs. What a stop by the Parkview defense. Everyone on the defensive line was back there.
Boy, that's the linebackers in there this time. That's Micah Johnson, Jace White in the backfield on that play. That was huge on that one. And, boy, big play there. I think our guy Kyle Sutherland's got something on our buddy Liddell, and we'll go down to Kyle Sutherland here for a minute.
Yeah, guys, I know that interception wasn't any good as far as being successful with the ref size, but Liddell was one guy that Coach Boulding had coached both Bobby and Brad had talked about that was wreaking havoc throughout the offseason, throughout fall camp. So they like what they have with him, and I think this defense has really stepped it up since that touchdown got called back earlier in the first quarter. They've played lights out so far.
No doubt.
1st and 10, Montario Elston this time in at running back for the Patriots. It was handed off up the middle to him. He only gains a yard, so it'll be 2nd down and 9.
And that's our guy Kyle Sutherland with Natural State Sports as well. So you guys make sure you go check out his content on the Natural State Sports website. Guy is a very talented rider. We're lucky to have him.
Yes, we are. Ball at Parkview's own 37-yard line. Murphy and Elston in the backfield. Murphy takes the snap, throws to his right side, finds a man, complete. That's Kyron Marshall, the junior, number 5 for Parkview, and he was tackled out of bounds at the 44-yard line. 3rd down and 2.
And great timing on that play, and you know I'll be the first to say one of the things I wanted to see out of Quentin Murphy this season was his ability to complete passes like that, the short passing game. We know how good he is at throwing it deep. So far, I've been very impressed with Quentin and his control of the short passing game.
3rd and 2. Murphy fakes the handoff, goes up the middle, only gains a yard. 4th down and 1, I think.
It looks like they're going to say no gain, at least depending on if we go with the guy on the spot here. But that was a great defensive play by Melissa. They had that one sniffed out. I thought Quentin made a good read to keep that one because they had a guy in the backfield all over Settles. Instead, he kept it up the middle, and they had a guy spying Murphy as well. So good adjustment that time by Melissa, and the punt team's out on the field.
4th down and 2. Parkview lines up to punt it away. I think that's man set to punt it away.
We'll have an interview with Coach Boulding as he makes his way off the field here at halftime, about 3 minutes and 50 seconds away from that.
Marion punts the ball away.
Good kick.
Dude's got a leg. My goodness, that ball still is going to take a Parkview roll. I thought it was going to reach the 20. And there's a flag on the far sideline. Ball was picked up at the Melissa 23-yard line. I'm interested to see what this penalty is going to be.
This is actually going to be really interesting because it's at the line of scrimmage, so I wonder if this is maybe an offsides or a formation penalty on us. We'll see. They're going to, looks like 2 flags there, so we'll see what this call is. The officials are looking towards the sideline, but we have about 3 flags out there on the field.
Pretty much every official threw their flag.
So I wonder if you've got a substitution infraction here or a formation penalty. So we'll see as the officials get together at the 45-yard line. Able to have a great conversation with our officials. These guys, this is a great crew. I tell you, a real good crew. I was down there talking with them on the field and then also up here. And these guys were ready for this one as well.
I bet.
You know, they've been chomping at the bit down here in Texas to get football going, just as we have been in Arkansas.
Yeah.
So, this is going to be a fun year in 5A as we look across the landscape of the 5A South as well as the 5A Central. Obviously, Parkview trying to go for the 3rd straight. And, we may have a preview of a potential playoff or state title matchup next week when we get there as you guys come over to Maumelle. So looking forward to that.
Let's see what the call is here. The white hat. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Melissa. And they've ejected a Melissa Cardinal. Holding on Melissa.
Yeah, I don't know if that happened prior to the punt. I'm guess that's interesting. Did you guys catch a number on who they said was disqualified? Okay. We'll try to see who leaves the field of play here because interesting.
What did he do?
I think nobody knows. Even Coach Bolding's over here frustrated because we don't know if we have the ball or if they have the ball. So we're trying to figure that piece out. Was it 50? It looks like 60 walking with just a helmet in his hand over here. So.
Let's see if we can send it down to Kyle and see what he heard. Kyle, what'd you hear?
I think it was number 60. I'm kind of with you guys. I saw a flag, and I thought it was actually maybe on Parkview because it looked like maybe one of the Parkview players said something. Again, I'm just saying what I think I saw. It looked like that he said something, the ref threw a flag. So that's what I thought it was for, but apparently it was on Melissa, obviously, as we saw. So I'm not 100% sure what happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, and I think even Coach Bolding up here in the booth is really confused as well as to whether or not we're on offense or defense. Looks like we're on defense, but I'm not sure. It sounded like initially the official pointed towards Parkview and then pointed towards the Melissa side, so I wasn't sure if we had offsetting personal fouls and just it was the second on the Melissa player.
That's what I almost thought. Once he was coming towards the punter, so I thought, he maybe just said something that the refs didn't like, but apparently that wasn't the case.
Okay, well, it looks like we've got it figured out. It'll be Melissa football back at the 10-yard line. And we're at the 11-yard line. So after that turn of events, I believe it was 60 who's been disqualified for this one. That would be Joey Contreras, a senior offensive lineman.
Schubach throws to his left side, finds a man on a screen route. Parkview's going to roll him down. Let's see, that was number 3, Jace White on the tackle for Parkview.
Number 9 on the catch, that is Jacob Nye, the receiver from Melissa.
Schubach in the gun, 4 wide, sends his running back in motion. Pump fakes, rolls out to his right, trying to find a man downfield, and incomplete. Good defensive stop there. Was that Cameron Settles? Yes, it was.
It was, yeah. And give Settles a ton of credit right there because if you watch the initial play, they rolled the running back out on a little wheel. They were a little just kind of out route to him, pump faked it to him. They wanted to go deep. Settles stayed at home. And then on the curl, once they finished out the route, Settles came back and made the hit to dislodge that. It was a good play by Cam Settles.
3rd down and 4 from their own 17-yard line. Schubach trying to get the defense to jump here. Coach Bobby is not happy to our left.
No, but they got the guy in the right spot.
Schubach rolls out to his right again. He's got a sprint. Look out! And ball, a tip drill, and a flag on the play. Flag on the play. Oh, my goodness. As that was Ja'Cory Smith. He's been a menace out there on defense. What in the world is that?
Whoa, what was that? Oh, that's our ref mic. Okay.
Sounded like the Death Star exploding in the first Star Wars movie.
That was really loud in our
ears. Holy cow.
Sorry, but that was loud in our ears. That caught me by surprise.
An average Discord voice chat.
Yeah.
When you're playing video games with your buds. I'm so sorry about the reaction there because it was just straight distortion in our ears.
Man, so the roughing the passer penalty is going to give them a first down, and that's a backbreaker if you're Parkview right now.
Schubach hands it off up the middle. As that was Tabor to Jeremiah Tabor to the freshman running back.
Wow, that was unexpected. I don't know if that came across on the broadcast, but
there's no telling.
Lord have mercy.
Oh my goodness,
that was rough.
2nd down and 6 from their own 36-yard line.
You know, hang on, I'll get to this in a minute.
Schubach drops back, looks to his left, fires, overthrows his man. It was too tall for Tyler Montgomery.
You know, I want to go back since we were so surprised by that, but I want to go back to the roughing the passer play. So I was about to say before they got that penalty, that was completely caused by the secondary. That was fantastic coverage by this Parkview secondary as they had everybody shut down, and unfortunately just a borderline late hit call there on the linebacker Ja'Cory Smith. And gives Melissa a new set of downs with 3rd down and about 6.
I can't wait to watch back this broadcast and hear this moment because it'd be really funny if the ref mic didn't pick up at all and just us and me screaming for nothing. So throw it down the middle, nearly picked off by Man. Got a flag thrown.
Oh no, they're gonna get him for interference?
Because he was
Oh, that is
covering. I believe that was Brett Poole, the intended receiver. And Man covered him like a blanket. But let's see if we can listen in to the call of the flag, or do they pick it up?
Do the play.
Golly.
You got to turn that down.
Yeah. I like that we have a ref mic, but not that much.
Not gonna have any hearing left.
Yeah, I don't want to. I want to hear his call, not his esophagus. So Melissa still has the football at the Parkview 49-yard line.
Another new set of downs off of a penalty.
Rubach looks to throw deep.
Settles got it.
And
oh, no.
No, he does not. Touchdown, Melissa. Jacob Nye with the touchdown reception. A 49-yard touchdown for Melissa ties this game at 6.
Yeah, that's just that is a tough setup there. Settles was almost trying to settle under it like a punt returner. Got up underneath it there to make a play, and unfortunately he misjudged it, went right over his head, and wide open receiver standing behind him. That was tough. I thought for sure Settles was about to intercept that ball.
I just got confirmation from a viewer. Yeah, ref Mike blew us away.
Okay, so we apologize. So we didn't have access to the ref mic. Now we've got it going, so that's tough. We're going to go down to Kyle. Oh, blocked it!
The PAT is blocked. And
another penalty.
Flag. Wow. As Ja'Cory Smith, he caught it. He caught the blocked PAT.
But you can't advance that. It would have been a dead ball right there no matter what. But got a false start.
False start.
So we're going to replay it. None of that even counted. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all can hear that, but I'm loving being next to Bolding. I'm not going to lie.
Gosh, we need to get it. We need a.
Hey, guys, I'd like to point out,
we'd have to have a dump button, I promise.
I've been by that window.
We got to get him on the coach's show for pregame these days. That'd be great.
All right, so they're going to try this extra point again.
It's Hernandez.
Oh, they about did it again.
Kicking the PAT.
Missed it.
And
Nope, wide left.
It was a wide left PAT. We are tied at 6.
So tie ball game at 6, and we'll go down to Kyle Sutherland real quick here as he's got something on Cam Settles.
Hey, I wanted to just say real quick, Cam knew immediately as soon as that ball was in the air that he had gone just a little bit too short. He put his hand in his head, or put his head in his hands, knew exactly that he made a mistake. Amari Robinson came right over, patted him on the head, said, hey, man, we'll get the next one. But that missed extra point was huge, as now it is still tied up, and it could be that way going into halftime. We'll see what Parkview can do on this next drive. All
right, thanks, Kyle Sutherland. We appreciate you. We'll come back down to him here in just a few minutes. We're about 2:15 away from halftime, and he'll have a chat with Coach Bobby Bolding, Coach Brad Bolding when we head to halftime. I've got Bobby on the brain with him sitting to my left here.
It's cool to have the brother duo here on the coaching staff, though. They're a couple of just great guys all around as well as they are great coaches.
Look, man, I can't say enough good things about Coach Brad Bolding for sure. I got a great relationship with him. I've had the pleasure of being around him a lot. He's been a big proponent for our broadcast and for Natural State Sports, and we've been blessed to have the support of Coach Bolding as well as you guys in Parkview Nation. So we enjoy being here at the Brotherhood, and we're looking forward to a fun season.
I got to say, talking about our broadcast, it's just awesome that we have Kyle here with us on the sideline. And I just felt a sense of pride just asking him a question, say, hey, what's going on down there, Kyle? And he answered. That's amazing.
Pooch kick here.
Pooch kick away here from Melissa's going to be down immediately at the 31-yard line. It was number 13, Folks again. All
right, Tripp, we're going to see what this offense can do in the 2-minute drills.
Yeah.
A little more, 2:14 to go. But this is a big opportunity. Parkview really, offensively, they've kind of had their way at times. We've just kind of gotten in our own way a couple of times. And so we'll see what they do here. Quentin Murphy's looked good. He's run it well. He's thrown it well. And so we'll see if maybe they can get something going. Maybe try that route they had earlier where they got man-man behind everybody and maybe put that one right on the numbers for 6 here.
Send out Money Elston at running back alongside Quentin Murphy. I love saying that nickname. And Money will get the handoff. Down to his left side. Found a hole up the middle. He goes right to the end zone. Here he goes. All the way. Montario Elston. Touchdown, Parkview.
Give him 6.
Money to the house.
68 yards for the Patriots. What a play.
I'm getting dizzy just by screaming up here. Holy cow, what a run. Montario Elston doing Montario Elston things. Oh, my goodness. Parkview with a quick just snap back pretty much here on offense. That was a one-play drive?
Yeah, one play, 68 yards, and more importantly, no laundry on the field after that one. What an absolute gash by Money Elston there.
Solomon Aguilar kicked the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. Good job there by Aguilar to bounce back after missing the first one, and he gets his second, so now Parkview leads 13-6 with just over 2 minutes remaining in the half.
So Montario Elston showing, if you're a Kansas State fan, you ought to be excited about that right there. You know, I've heard all about the speed. You get Elston behind everybody, you're not going to catch him. We got to see it right there, but more importantly, when he split those two, I thought the two guys that had ankles on him, and I thought they were going to get him, and he split them, and it was done for.
You take a deep breath.
While you're taking a breath.
All that yelling.
While you're taking a deep breath, I'll remind you as we talk about our guy Kyle Sutherland. Join him and Kevin Bohannon each week on Arkansas Preps Weekly. You can find it on all your podcast apps. You guys make sure you go and listen to those guys. They give you all the great news, great information you need about Arkansas sports, and do it in a fun, entertaining way. So you guys make sure you get over there and subscribe. Arkansas Preps Weekly. You got a lot of episodes out there right now, so make sure whatever podcast network you use, podcast platform you use, you're going to find it. So go find our guys Kyle and Cable on the Arkansas Preps Weekly.
It's a great show. I love listening to it. So Solomon is back has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line, ready to kick it away back to Melissa.
We wanted to see a score. Did we ever get it?
Oh, yes. 2-minute drill. Talk about a 10-second drill.
Ball.
And the ball is out. It's picked up. I think Parkview has it off the bubbled kickoff return. And I think it looks like Melissa has it. Oh, my goodness. Elson almost had back-to-back big plays as he tried to dive on top of that football.
Yeah, I think that was number 42, Brody McDowell, who came up to try to make the fair catch on the pooch kick, and it bounced right off of the front of his shoulder pads. And unfortunately, I think it went right off the leg of a Patriot and right into that waiting arms of a Cardinal laying on the turf down there. You know, something else that's interesting about this stadium that we noticed when we walked in. So, you know, usually when you walk across turf stadiums, you end up with all them little rubber pellets in your shoes.
Yeah.
This place is it's wood chips. So the base of this field is wood chips, which I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. I wonder what the method behind that is. Like what the reason is.
No idea.
Schubach back deep to pass. He's got to run because he had a couple of Parkview Patriots just swarming his way. That was Jeremy Edwards back there for.
It was Farsi as well.
Yeah, they were both just charging his way, and he had to get rid of that ball quick.
Coach Matt Nally down there. This is coming off of a 10-2 season for the Cardinals. He's arms folded, didn't look very happy about what he saw there.
Second down and 10. Schubach drops back to pass, fires to his left side. Good coverage there by Jermaine Penny, the senior defensive back and wide receiver. He made some great plays during the state playoffs last year.
I tell you, Schubach may be getting a little frustrated right now because he had three guys in the route, but he never even looked any other way. He went straight to the guy on the left side of the field there, the wide receiver on the far side of the field, and it was nearly intercepted. Great coverage over there. Who is that on that end? Penny, Jermaine Penny on coverage. It was great coverage over there.
Third down and 10 from their own 26. Schubach hands it off. Oh, my goodness. Lost his helmet. Jeremiah Tabor.
Corey Smith again.
Micah Johnson got back there as well.
Oh, you're right. I thought that was Jacory, but you're right. That was not Jacory.
That was number 0, Micah Johnson.
So timeout. I think Parkview calls a timeout here to get the ball back with a little bit of time on the board. And they did. We have one timeout with 1:40 left. But my goodness, man, he come through there. Who was that again? What number was that? I missed
0,
it.
Micah Johnson.
But Micah Johnson came in there like a missile.
Yeah.
And he was ready for that little counter play as they tried to fool us with some misdirection. And what a play there by Micah Johnson in the backfield. And like you said, knocked the helmet off of him. I like to make the joke. There's a helmet running around down there. Thankfully, no head still in it.
No head still in it. That's right.
You were telling that to us on the drive here when we stopped for lunch.
Man, that was something else. So
loss of 2 on that play. A great defensive stop for Parkview. Like you said, they wanted the timeout to get this 4th down stop and maybe score another 10-second touchdown. Who knows?
Well, think about it. I mean, the amount of momentum you just gained after the 68-yard touchdown run by Settles, now you can get the ball back, try to score again, and on top of that, you're going to get the ball to start the second half. I mean, this is a potential huge turn of events if Parkview can find the end zone here.
So Man, and Jermaine back deep to return this punt. Ball at their own 24-yard line for Melissa. There's the snap, and punt is away. Nearly got run into again. And Patriots are just going to let the ball take a bounce and a little roll. It's going to roll backwards to their own 40-yard line, and that's where they'll spot the ball.
Yeah, Parkview's getting back there every time, and that time they did a good job of avoiding the contact with the punter and giving a fresh set of downs to Melissa. And makes you wonder if maybe they'll stop coming with so many on those and maybe try to set up some actual return there, because they're kind of in that safe return setup where they've got two returnmen back there, and so I think possibly you may see a little bit of an adjustment there to try to set up some returns.
Parkview will have the football from their own 40-yard line here, 1st and 10, a minute and a half remaining for halftime.
Megan Boone asking in the comments, what's the penalty yardage so far? He said it's got to be about 80 yards against Parkview. It feels like it. The problem then is it's just been in very, very inopportune moments.
1st and 10. Murphy claps his hands, takes the snap, looks to his left, fires, and he finds Money Elston. Elston on the screen pass to the left side, gets about 3 or 4 yards on the play. They're going to mark him down at the 43-yard line.
Listen, give Elston a lot of credit because that ball was behind him, and if he doesn't catch that, that's a lateral, and that ball is a live ball on the ground if he doesn't make that play.
2nd down and 7 in their own territory. 1 minute remaining before halftime. Murphy takes the snap, looks to throw, fires to his right, just in and out of the hands of Kyron Marshall.
What an impressive play by Jacob Nye, I think, or is that 8? It's either 8 or 9, so that's either Nye or...
That's number 8, yep.
Okay, so that's Pudasek. And a great play there by Pudasek to step in there and knock that ball away. Quentin's got to be about a hair quicker with that pass.
3rd down and 7. Clock stopped at 54 seconds.
Again, I want to say a huge thanks. We got a good number of people watching or listening. We appreciate you guys listening to this. As again, we'll bring you the full live video or full video of this broadcast as soon as it's over, just due to restrictions because this is a charity event. It's audio only right now, but as soon as the ball game ends, we'll have the video version of this uploaded. We're going to timeout Patriots.
We're going to talk about what they want to do here on 3rd down.
Hey,
that sounds
a bit better. So much better. Thank you. Man, I appreciate that.
That might be my favorite moment of this broadcast so far.
Yeah.
That earlier, my goodness.
So we talk a little bit about this Melissa Cardinals team. Noah Schuback, the quarterback, he's a junior, came over from Hoover in the spring. He's played 7A football there as a freshman and sophomore. Extremely accurate. We've seen that tonight. And as it says, he's got the arm strength to make all the necessary throws. He moves just enough in the backfield to make him dangerous, and we've seen that. But I tell you right now, you know, the joke, not really joke, but what you talk about with quarterbacks is if they're seeing ghosts, and I think Parkview's got him seeing some ghosts right now with some of these throws as he's really being pressured. Parkview's done a good job. So offense back on the field here, 54 seconds left in the first half.
Back Crosby in at running back alongside Quentin Murphy. Murphy drops back to pass, fires to his left side. He was looking for Jermaine Penny, but just overthrew him just a bit, 4th down.
I'll tell you, Tripp, that's my concern right there. That's a timing route. That's an easy out route. And it was a great route run by the receiver, but Quentin just missed him as he kind of threw it wide of him. And that's the piece of Quentin's game that he's got to continue to improve on as they go through the year. If Parkview wants to be as successful as they want to be, he's got a great deep ball. We just got to work on the intermediate stuff.
4th down and 7. Marion Robinson will get set to punt away with 50 seconds remaining before halftime. And once again, we'll have Kyle Sutherland down near the Parkview locker room area to interview Coach Brad Bolden.
I'll take it. They're going to get a delay of game here.
Yeah. Play clock hits 0.
They've still not. Okay, they reset.
Ah,
All
so
right.
I had to restart. Now it's at 20.
Yeah, we didn't get the reset initially.
At the 43. Man about to boot it away. He's had some pretty impressive punts so far. He gets the other one up in the air. It's another sky punt. And Melissa's going to let it roll, and it almost went backwards just a little bit. Parkview is going to pick it up. Montario Elston downs it at the 24.
Now listen, Tripp, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make a prediction.
Okay.
If this game continues to stay relatively close like this, and we need a big play, I'm going to predict that Man-Man's going to take off on one of those punts for a fake. That was a perfect – and I understand why you wouldn't. Maybe this is my college football 25 mindset talking, and I know you want to punt it there, but there was a massive lane for money for Man-Man there if he wanted to take off right up the middle for the first down. I'd expect to see that at some point before this ball game's over.
Melissa trying to make a statement here, 1st and 10. Just under 40 seconds remaining. Pass was complete to the right side of Tyler Montgomery, and he gets a first down for Melissa. Out of bounds at the, see, they spot the ball at the 37-yard line. First down and 10, 38 seconds remaining before the half.
Yeah, good quick out there. 4 wide receivers now in the set.
Schubach drops back, looking to his left, fires that way, incomplete. Too tall for Brett Poole.
I'll tell you, you had Jace White in coverage over there, and if Jace White rolls just a little bit more over, he may have a pick 6.
Yes. Be 2nd down and 10 from their own 37-yard line. A couple of substitutions coming on and off the field for Parkview on defense. I see Jermaine Penny here on our near side. Schubach drops back looking to our near sideline, fires, he finds a man, and he quickly goes out of bounds. As that was Jacob Nye on the reception.
Chris Edwards in coverage there, forcing him out of bounds.
Stops the clock at 29 seconds. Bring up 3rd down and 1 from their own 46. Schubach takes a snap, drops back, looks to throw. Pocket collapse, he's going to try to run for it. Fires and overthrows his man. I think that was
that's Poole.
Brett Poole, and that was, I believe.
Nope, 9. It was 9. It's Jacob Nye.
Yep. There on the coverage was
They're
Jace White.
into the ball here on 4th and 1.
So now 4th down and 1. On the 46, they're going to try to run a QB sneak up the middle, and he got it.
He got it on that third effort.
Had a great dive there after the play. Gained about 2 yards and a first down with 18 seconds remaining. They're still in their own territory, though. Timeout, Melissa.
It's the last time out of the half from Melissa, so everything they do now is going to have to go to the sidelines. You can't stop it. If you get a first down, obviously it'll stop the clock. You got enough time to work the middle if you want to here if you're Melissa. But I would expect Parkview to come all out. I like what they're doing. Obviously, they've got that little shell coverage over the top. Both safeties back, not letting anything beat them deep. And so they've done a good job there, but we'll see if they can keep everything in front of them here. If I'm Melissa, I would expect Melissa to try to maybe get a post route. You're going to have 2 options here. I think you're going to have a post route right over the middle, or you're going to have an out route that's going to come over to this sideline here closest to us to stop the clock. But so far to this point, the secondary's played really well for Parkview so far. I've been impressed with what they've been able to do and really kind of slowing down this Melissa offense.
I'm very impressed by the entire defensive unit for Parkview because we were talking about before the game, Melissa's got a huge offensive line, most of which are going to be playing college ball. Mm-hmm. And so the fact that Parkview's D-line, guys like Micah Johnson down there, have been outrunning them essentially and breaking down the pocket, making Noah Schubach have to panic and throw it away.
Here comes Jacory on the blitz. They picked it up.
Schubach throws to the left side, and it is caught by Brett Poole. Jermaine Penny was looking for the interception. It was just a tad too late. Poole brings the ball down. He was out of bounds instantly at the Parkview 25. 1st and 10 with 14 seconds remaining here in the half. Schubach will look to throw here again on first down. Nearly got taken down in the backfield. Now he's got to run for it, and he's taken down. Micah Johnson was there, and so was Chris Edwards.
That's going to take us to half, Trip.
And yes, it will. That'll do it for our first half of play. Parkview in the lead, 13-6. And I'm looking down there at the end zone. I think Kyle
Kyle's
Sutherland.
ready. They're set and ready for Coach Bolding when he comes off here.
Going to see Coach Brad Bolding here in a minute. I thought Kyle was going to have to go run after Coach. But here comes Coach Brad Bolding. He's going to join with our guy, Kyle Sutherland. Let's set it down to him right now. Kyle?
Well, Coach, had a couple of defensive breakdowns there, but overall your guys are playing pretty well. So, how do you clean that up a little bit in the secondary?
60 yards and penalties on defense is going to always hurt you. We've had a couple of them were personal fouls. And one of them was on an interception on defense. We got to get all that crap cleaned up. I think there's a little bit of nerves going on without making a bunch of excuses. But we'll clean that up. We'll come back out the second half and fix all that.
Uh-oh.
The fact that we were down inside the 10 twice but didn't get points, that hurt you. But we'll build off all of that this half when we come back out. We get the ball.
Thank you, Coach. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Kyle.
Thanks, Kyle.
All right, sorry about the little bit of technical issues there, but appreciate Coach Bolding joining us there. Thanks to Kyle Sutherland. All right, guys, I'll turn it back over to Tripp.
13-6 is our score. Parkview in the lead. I got to say, I did not see this coming. We were looking for a chess match, and we got one, a defensive battle here in the first half. And now we're going to see what both teams do at halftime to adjust. And it looks like they're putting 27 minutes on the clock for halftime. They're pulling a salt bowl. So we will be back soon with our halftime report right here on the Patriots Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports.
The mighty Cardinal Band would like to thank our Superintendent, Keith Murphy, our Deputy Superintendents, Dr. Robert Rich and Kim Modeker, Melissa High School's Principal Marcus Eckert, and the Melissa Booster Club, and our awesome band parents for their unwavering support. All right, Cardinal fans, get on your feet and put your hands together for the Melissa High School fight song.
Auto Nation would like to remind fans to stick around after the game as the Wipeout Kids Cancer Trophy is awarded to the winning team, and the offensive and defensive most outstanding players in the game are to be honored.
gift was just for him, and it was so warm and so special. And the more we learned about this organization, the more we want to continue to be involved and help fill these buddy bags and make them everything that they need to be for these kids and these parents, because it is just such a kind and thoughtful gift.
Hi, I'm Melissa. And I'm Haley. When I was 11 years old, I was diagnosed with B-cell ALL leukemia. I'm so thankful for Wipeout Kids Cancer and all they've done along our journey. From the beginning with buddy bags, along with all the activities and hope that they've brought all these warriors. We're so thankful for the community that they get. Absolutely, Wipeout Kids Cancer from beginning to now. It's serious cancer free, and it's absolutely amazing to see how Wipeout Kids Cancer has through a lot of it, and just especially from buddy bags in hospital and now just providing the things like who've been through cancer and they life alongside you, and absolutely amazing to see the love that this organization has for their kids. It's not just like an organization. They do things because they love us and they want to do it, and good people have the heart that they have for these kids, and people like me who have been through this, and it's absolutely amazing. I'm so thankful.
Yes, thank you so much, and especially now that we're past cancer, being on the side to help find cures completely and totally wipe out the cancer, so no kid ever has to go through what we did. Thank you, Wipe Out Kid Cancer.
Test, test. Hello, hello. I'm trying to test this thing to see if there is an echo. I hope there's not an echo. It actually sounds pretty normal right now. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello.
If you've lost your iPhone or you can't find it, we may have it here in the press box. So if you've lost your phone, please head up to the press box and we'll see about getting back to you.
And we welcome you back to our position here at Coach Kenny Deals Stadium here at halftime. 3 minutes remaining before the second half kicks off. I see Parkview is back on the field warming up. And what a game it's been so far, Steve, because it's just been a defensive battle, a very emotional and physical game. But we've also had some explosive plays on offense.
You know, you're right. It's been a defensive battle marred by some penalties. Let's put it that way. And so it has been a little interesting at times. We've had some big plays, some explosive plays. A couple of them called back. Both teams have had touchdowns called back. Mm-hmm. The difference right now, though, is the big pass play by Quentin Murphy, the big run by Cam Settles. Those are your two really big difference makers in this one. I went over, got a few of our stats real quick from our coaching staff. 171 yards rushing for the Patriots in that first half, and they outgained Melissa just on the ground alone in total yardage. So 171, and total yardage for Melissa in that first half, just 150. So a good job by the defense to really hold this offense of Melissa down. And that was the question I think coming into this was how good this Melissa offense could be.
Yeah.
Because this Melissa offense lost so many skill position players, bringing in a new quarterback, trying to get that going. And so far, this Parkview defense has has been a problem for that.
I gotta say, I'm impressed. You don't have a single stat right in front of you or a note or anything. You just knew that off the top of your head.
Well, the brain works mysterious ways for me sometimes, and numbers tend to stick. See, I can't say words, but numbers stick. So, but I want to say thanks to the Parkview coaching staff over there for getting those stats to me. But it's offensively, what I'd like to see in the second half, and we'll go down to Kyle Sutherland here in just a few minutes, but kind of get his keys to the second half. But for me, I want to see a little bit more out of Quentin Murphy and what we can do in the passing game.
Yes.
I want to see us be more physical with some more of that running game. I thought that looked really good. Settles and those guys have shown their speed and shown what they can do. And so I'd like to see just a little bit more of that. But I thought the defense played great, save for really the touchdown was a busted play when you think about it. Settles just kind of misplayed it at corner. He was in position just kind of up a little bit. And so, I'd clean that up a little bit. And like Coach Bolding says, we were going into halftime, clean up the penalties, 60-plus yards in penalties just on the defense alone. That's not going to win a lot of games for you.
And I was talking about it during the break. That's what I love about Brad Bolding, because he's just all business. He knows what we have to fix and what's been pretty much against us, because he mentioned 60 penalty yards called against us in the first half, and he knows that there are things to fix. And he's not really the kind of yell at you because you suck kind of coach. He's a get in your face, tell you this is how good you are, and I know you can play at your best. And that's probably what he was preaching in the locker room during the half, because he's just that great of a coach. He's been doing this for nearly 30 years, so it's just honestly, I'm honored to be able to watch him from up here and watch him coach.
Well, and that's the mark of a great coach, and that's the thing too. This game could be 40-6 right now. We'd be in Parkview up, and it would have been the same response. He would not have been happy with 40-6. He'd have talked about the things they need to fix to make it better in the second half. So as we get ready to kick off this second half, I'm excited to see exactly what this Parkview defense can do. It'll be offense on the field first, so we'll see if Quentin Murphy and this offense can drive down and make this a 2-score game.
And we are about to be underway with the second half of play. Let's scooch ourselves back up here, because I know if you can't see us on camera right now live, but if you're watching back later, you can see that we got ourselves a camera right here. Ooh, in 3D. Not really. But we are about to begin with the first 12 minutes of the second half. Third quarter about to be underway. Both teams on their respective sidelines, and there's the rest of the Melissa Cardinals making their way back out on the field in a cloud of smoke. They're really excessive with that fog machine over there.
So as Melissa makes their way back out, Parkview already out on the field and ready, and we'll get down to Kyle Sutherland here in just a few minutes as we get our crews back down. I know that we're trying to find a little food along the way, and so getting that settled. But I want to say thanks too, as we've got our photographer on hand as well tonight. So excited to have the full crew here with us tonight for this one. So we are just about ready to get things going here in the second half at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. And this has been a good one. And let's see if Parkview can finish them off here in the second half.
Yep, our photographer here is Jimmy Jones. We have Kristen Hinson and Patrick Haley on our cameras. Will Watkins is here as our main producer, and Jonathan Webb helping him out. And, of course, our sideline reporter, Kyle Sutherland. I'm Trip Keeter alongside Steve Henson.
Yes, sir. And listen, I want to say this too. I know, obviously, hey, look, we're I'm a Parkview Patriot fan tonight. I'm excited to be here. But you guys know we also produce the Pulaski County Special School District Network as well, and we are working on some things as well. Hopefully, we can get some things going for LRSD across the board. But we're excited to be able to bring you the Parkview Sports Network. But if you don't mind, hey, listen, I know we're rivals. When it comes down to football season, we got to butt heads. But listen, head over, subscribe to the rest of our Natural State Sports Network channels, the Mills Sports Network, the Maumelle Sports Network, Sylvan Hills Sports Network, as well as the Robinson Sports Network, and you can get your football fix every Thursday and Friday night throughout the football season. So here we go. Ball falls off the tee. We're going to start this over and do it again.
As Stephen Davis, the voice of the Trav, says, we'll do it again.
There you go.
After a pitch outside.
Boy, baseball is so much fun.
Oh, yeah. And the kick is away. Second half is underway. It's a sky kick. Going to be returned at the 26-yard line. That's Montario Elston. Elston running to his left, going to be tackled at the 30-yard line. And that's where the Patriots will start their first drive of the second half. First and 10 for their own 30. Now let's take a look here at this Parkview football schedule. Obviously, we're here in Melissa, Texas to begin week 0, much to Rick Schaefer's chagrin. He hates that term so much. Next week, we're coming to your neck of the woods, Steve. We're coming to Maumelle, and we're taking on Hornets of a different shade as Bryant comes back to War Memorial Stadium, as they had a pretty scrappy win last night over the Benton Panthers, continuing their win streak in the Salt Bowl. That was a pretty exciting game.
Yeah, with 52-45 was the final there, right?
Benton nearly had a comeback, and they actually led at one point in the fourth quarter. We'll talk a little bit more about our schedule here in a little bit, but first down and 10 from their own 30-yard line for the Patriots.
It's Elston in motion.
Murphy's going to hand it off, and that's Cameron Settles.
That's another face mask they missed. It looked like they got Settles in the face mask once again.
I'm going to spot him. No gain on the play. Second down and 10 from the 30. It's really, it is a bit difficult from up here, but from the looks of it, yeah, I agree. They might have got a grip on his face mask.
You know, when you see that hand get high and you see that head turn, I mean, it's hard not to. To your point, yep, we definitely do not have as good a view of the field as the officials. So I'll defer to them on that one.
5 wide here for Parkview with Murphy alone in the backfield. He looks to his left, tries to run away, but he's going to be sacked. He's going to be taken down in the backfield.
Get up, Q. He's up.
Hudson Zufeld there on the sack. And somebody missed a block there looking at the instant replay. And now he shed that block pretty well. There's not much you can do. So now third down and 13 for Parkview. Not quite the start to the second half the Patriots were looking for.
You know, Q took a shot there, and that was another thing. You know, Q's dealt with a lot of injuries over the last couple of seasons as well. So you want to see him stay on his feet, not get banged up. He looks fine right now. So we'll see if they can convert this long third down. 3rd and 13.
Murphy and Settles in the gun. Quinton drops back to pass, looking to throw. Pocket collapses, and he's going to be taken down by the same guy. Hudson Zufeld there.
Yeah, Zufeld was there. It was also number 3, Colin Craig in the backfield, the linebacker for Melissa. So Melissa, maybe a little change here, bringing some extra pressure and put Parkview in a passing situation, and they were able to really kind of come after them there on that play. So 3 and out quickly here for the Patriots to start the second half.
Parkview losing 6 yards on this drive, 2 sacks in a row by Hudson Zufeld. Now Amarian Robinson set to punt it away for the Patriots. That's number 24 back deep, Chris Davis for Melissa. And Amarian gets the punt away. Davis calls a fair catch at the 40-yard line, and that's where Melissa will take over from their own 40.
All right, so we're going to get to see this defense and see what kind of adjustments they had there. And let's go down to Kyle real quick with our second half keys to the game.
I think the main thing is what Coach Boulding touched on right there before he went into the locker room was just make sure you control the penalties. Yes, they've got some things to clean up, particularly in the secondary. They got to keep running the football effectively. They really haven't done much since Montario Elston got that touchdown. So that's really the keys to the game really there, is just to clean up the penalties, do better on defense, especially in the secondary, just clean that up.
Thanks, Kyle. Shoebox going to hand it off up the middle. That's his running back, Jeremiah Tabor again, and he's still going. It was a scrum there for about 8 yards. And Melissa will have the ball at their own 48-yard line, second down and 2.
Big thanks to our guy Kyle Sutherland. I mean, obviously, he got a lot of experience doing this on the Buzz, and so we are super thankful to have him here with us tonight.
And off up the middle again. Ooh. He loses a yard, possibly. That was Tabor again on the carry. A couple of Patriots.
That's Ja'Cory Smith again. Yeah. Goodness gracious.
Micah Johnson was back there as well.
I tell you, we like to have our offensive and defensive players of the game at our coaches' shows for the pregame shows each week. Ja'Cory Smith is making a run at that defensive side for sure.
Absolutely. So now 3rd down and 1. Here for Melissa at their own 49.
That's the 49. At Maumelle, they called it the 51 last night.
Did they?
Yep. On the board, 51-yard line.
So now fakes the handoff, his shoebox scrambling.
Got him.
And he's going to be wrapped up. He might have barely crossed the line of scrimmage as the Patriots were really swarming at him in the backfield.
That's going to be a loss, and I think that's going to be a sack. That was a designed pass off the play action. And great job that time by Parkview to string him out and then bring him down out there in the flat.
It is a loss of a yard, 4th down and 2, and looks like Melissa's going to bring the punt team out. One of my biggest fears is to call it the 51-yard line.
Don't do a Jake Hall.
Yeah, we're not in Canada, not the CFL.
Right. Jake did that on a Sylvan Hills broadcast one time. It was great. I never let him live it down.
Now here's the punt away for Melissa. Decent sky kick. It's going to – thought it was going to roll out of bounds. Now it's going to be called dead at the 20-yard line of Parkview, and that's where the Patriots will take over first down.
So already a little bit of an adjustment you see there. They did not bring the big blitz on the punt attempt there. So that time we avoided taking a chance of getting a running into the kicker penalty. We've already had one, had another close chance earlier. So I like that adjustment. Now we can see if we can get a little bit of hang time on it, block it up, and get a chance for one of those return men to do some work and make some moves and try to get those are the exciting touchdowns.
So talking about the schedule here, we have 3 games on Thursday nights this year. September 26th, we're at Hot Springs, and the other 2 are at War Memorial Stadium at October 10th versus Hope, and Halloween night versus Lakeside.
Ooh, that'll be a fun night.
Yeah.
Talk about some trick-or-treating.
Takes the snap, hands it off to Cameron Settles. He almost found a hole but was tripped up. I believe that was number 7, Rocky Dunn, on the stop for Melissa.
Yeah, Settles, I thought he might be able to lean inside. It's a good play by Dunn to stay at home and make that tackle, force him back inside.
So gain of 2 officially. Ball on the 22-yard line. Second down and 8.
So you got Elston and I think that's Marshall lined up here to the near side of the field.
Murphy looks to throws to his right side, in and out of the hands of Kyron Marshall, I beg your pardon.
So that was an interesting play. I'm not real sure if that's how that was designed. You had both receivers kind of just run exact. We had one run a curl at about 5 yards, another run a curl at about 8 yards, and it was hard to tell even who that ball was intended to. It went right through Elston's hands and right at the next receiver over there. And so I'm not sure that's the way that play was designed.
So now third down and 8 from the 22. Very tight huddle there by the Patriots, and here they come. It's going to be Murphy alone in the backfield with 4 wide. Now they're going to bring a man in motion. That was Conway in motion.
They tighten this formation up now. And a whistle.
And
timeout.
Looks like a timeout for the Patriots, and it is.
Coach Bolding, I don't know that he liked what he saw when they motioned in, when they shifted that line or shifted the receivers down tight.
Yeah.
And it looked like they were going to try maybe just a little jet sweep type play off of that.
Yeah.
And
like they had a little bit of a diamond formation there on the left side. I nearly called it the oop-de-oop. So once again, we thank you all so much for joining us. This is the first official live game broadcast here on the new Patriots Sports Network. And I know if you're listening in live because of the restrictions of this charity game, audio only. But after this game concludes, we'll have the video up and uploaded to our YouTube channel, so you can watch this game whenever and wherever you want. And good news is the rest of our games this season will all have video feed.
That's right, and live.
Yeah,
you won't have to wait till after. It's just this one we got some restrictions on. But on that note, make sure you go subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. You guys are sitting at 224 subscribers. Can we get to 300 by the time the night's over? At least maybe. I mean, that's a big number, maybe. But we got a lot. I mean, we got 113 watching now, so surely we can get 75 more subscribers before the night's over. I like this play.
Nice toss there to Montario Elston. It was a bit of a jet sweep, and they're gonna stop him dead at the 25-yard line. Not nearly enough for the first down. It'll be 4th down and 5.
Yeah, Melissa's made some adjustments here on the defensive side of the ball, and right there they did a fantastic job of staying at home as Parkview tried to fool them with a little misdirection, and it didn't fool anybody. And so another 4th down, 4th and 5 here, and barring some penalty or a fake, it's going to be Melissa football.
So now Marion Robinson lining up to punt the ball away. I believe that is back deep to return. That's number 24 for Melissa. Chris Davis again.
It's a good kick.
And Davis gets the fair catch at the 37-yard line. That's where Melissa will take over 1st and 10.
All right, so again, we're going to get to see this defense come out, and this has been a defensive battle. And hey, look, we got a Melissa fan in the comments. I like to see that.
Interesting,
so,
yeah.
Good to see Corey Breeding saying, "Let's go Cardinals." And listen, this is the Parkview Patriots Sports Network, but Listen, we enjoy fans from every single school watching, and we enjoy it. We like to be able to promote all the student athletes out there on the field. We may be biased towards Parkview, but we want to show love to both sides. And obviously the hospitality we've been shown here in Melissa, Texas, we got to show all the love we can to these folks. Just want to see them on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
That's Shaheed in at running back.
Shoebox is
intercepted.
Yes, there he goes. Man to the house. Boomer Sooner touchdown Parkview.
Boy, oh boy, you talk about telegraphing it. Man said, that's my ball. I saw it from here. He was ready to rock and roll for 6.
Pick 6 from Amarian Robinson. And I got to say, it doesn't get better than a good old quick pick 6 to the house. They had no chance of bringing him down. He read that pass like a book.
Yeah, that was wow. I'm glad you got the Boomer Sooner because I was going to do it if you didn't do it.
As soon as he announced his commitment, I'm like, I'm going to pull a Boomer Sooner.
There you go.
Call. I'm glad I got the chance there. So there we have our man, Solomon Aguilar, getting set to kick the extra point. Amarian Robinson holding after making the pick 6.
Yeah, saw that coming from a mile away.
Kick is up, and it is good. So with just under 6 minutes remaining, Parkview extends their lead 20-6. Me talk bad.
Yeah, right. Me can't speak.
Me no speak.
Oh, man. Hey, Corey, can you say let's go Cardinals one more time for us? Because that was
perfect. I'm glad Corey was playing along with that too. Poor timing.
I'm glad you got to hear it. Now, tune in later and get to see it. But yeah, good to see a good buddy. Kyle, Kyle, a Texas guy, so it's like Kyle's back at home right now. So let's go down to Kyle Sutherland. I think he's got something for us.
Guys, I'll tell you what, I had my fist pumped right as soon as he was running towards the end zone. And being in Texas, you think about Friday Night Lights. You remember that scene where you talk about Boobie Miles? He paints the torch. He fills the water cooler. He walks the dog. That's what Amarian Robinson does. He holds field goals. He punts. He intercepts passes. He catches passes. He does everything and scored a touchdown and just gave them a bigger lead, the Parkview Patriots, that is.
Well, what a momentum change, too, down there, Kyle. I got to believe that's made a little bit of difference for what the Melissa sidelines got to say.
No doubt about it. It absolutely did, because you got that momentum a little bit whenever Montario Elston scored that touchdown. You lost it a little bit to an extent, but then that really set the momentum back in Parkview's favor, and they've got a 2-0 lead. So let's see what happens from here.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Kyle. Kyle Sutherland, Natural State Sports. We appreciate you.
Solomon Aguilar kicks the ball away. It's going to be fair caught at the 37-yard line by Jacob Nye, and that's where the Cardinals will try to bounce back after that really fast big 6.
It's not often that I get to call a play when it happens, but I don't know what you call what the defensive equivalent of a Tony Romo on a broadcast would be, but that's about as close as I'm gonna get.
I gotta say, it's one of my favorite moments when Tony predicts a play. I love it.
Well, I
know he's part of your favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys.
Don't even, bro.
No, love him a lot.
Look, we are in Texas, and you about to make me say bad words, so I'm just going to not say it, okay? Go Niners.
I know me and Will, we're big Dallas Mavericks fans.
Go Niners. Go Niners.
The handoff down to the left side. That's the big number 28 again, Zaid Shaheed.
Big 78 in on that tackle, Marlon Liddell. Liddell's like, you know what? I got to make my mark again because I had an interception earlier, but it got called back because of the penalty. So,
gain of 2 on the play, ball out their own 30-yard line for 2nd down and 8.
We'll see how Melissa responds. This has been a defensive battle, and the defense just gave us a 2-score lead.
Schubach throws to his right side, complete quickly, out of bounds at the 35-yard line with Jacob Nye.
And Jermaine Penny there in coverage for the Patriots.
Tackling 9 on the play.
So 3rd down and about 4 here coming up for Melissa.
They officially spot the ball at the 34.
And I like what Parkview's doing. They're not letting anything behind them outside of that one big play. They've been able to keep everything underneath, and so Melissa's going to have to work for every yard they get.
3rd down. Takes the snap, looks to throw, fires to the right.
Good
Oh,
D.
my goodness. Great defensive stop there by number 3, Jace White.
Yeah, I think White might have got a fingertip on it. If he didn't, he did enough to distract the receiver from being able to make that catch. That was a good play there by Jace White.
Absolutely good play, because I was a little worried there that he might have – I think that was Reese Carter, the tight end, the intended receiver, and he probably would have had 6.
Yep.
And Jermaine was at the right place at the right time. Now it's 4th down and 4 for Melissa at their own 34, and they're going to punt the ball away. That's number 36, Shem McGregor.
I think our coaches over here are expecting a fake, as they had 2 guys back deep to return, but now they've brought both of those guys up. And I heard Bolding over here yelling, "Come up, come up, come up." They were expecting the fake. They do kick this one away, a good spiraling kick. This is going to take a Melissa roll inside the 30.
And it's still rolling. They're going to spot it right at the 26-yard line. Parkview will take over 1st and 10.
You know, we talk about the talent on this team, and a lot of people talk about this quote-unquote this transfer portal of high school football in the state of Arkansas, that, you know, it's taken over college and it's taken over the high school ranks, and I don't care what state you're in, it's happening. We got guys coming out of the state of Florida to play at Fayetteville, and you got guys all over the place that have transferred in. And look, I'll say this. I think give the kids an opportunity to play where they want to play.
Yes.
You know, I don't have a problem with that part. Jace White, a guy making an impact over here, transfer from North Little Rock, and, you know, he's making an impact already early, and we're seeing transfers all across the state make impact. You know, I was out calling the Maumelle game last night. Maumelle got a lot of transfers over there, guys that made a big impact. And so it's going to be an interesting year getting to know some of these guys. But Jace White putting his stamp on this one right now here for Parkview.
1st and 10 for the Patriots. Murphy takes the snap, fakes the handoff, trying to run it up the middle. He does gain about 3 yards on the play. I'll bring up 2nd down with 4:20 remaining here in the 3rd.
So you got to give Melissa a lot of credit, though. Defensively, they seem to have made some good adjustments right now, and they're really, really keying on this little read option that we're trying to run. So we'll see what kind of adjustments offensively Coach Bolding and his staff want to make.
Parkview in a tight huddle, and they'll come out 2nd down and 7 from their own 29.
I can't tell if that still settles in the backfield. I believe it is. It's not.
No, and it's not, but Murphy's going to take the handoff again.
Oh, hold that ball.
Yeah. Correction, he faked the handoff, but kept it himself up the middle, gained 2 more yards on the play for 3rd down.
I tell you, that play ended with a Melissa player with the ball in his hands on the ground, so they're trying to rip that ball out of Murphy's hands.
That's Dak Crosby in at running back for Parkview. 3rd down and 5. Defenses have been really the name of the game here tonight. Good credit to both schools. Murphy drops back to pass, fires to his right side. He was looking for Marshall, but it was just too tall for him, and it went out of bounds. So now 4th down and 5. And Robinson will come back out to punt it away, and Chris Davis back deep to return.
I tell you, that's that timing piece. They're gonna have to work a lot on that here over the next week. And you know, I obviously got a nice firsthand look at Maumelle yesterday, and obviously you guys come to town on Friday night, and that's going to be a battle.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that Maumelle can do, they're good in the secondary.
Yep.
And they're going to pressure Quentin quite a bit, and with this timing piece right here, you're going to have to figure that out.
Robinson takes the snap, and another good. I love that he's got a great leg for punting the ball away. I mean, that dude, he's just an all-around athlete. You got to give credit where credit's due. And so there was a ball was fair caught at Melissa's own 35-yard line, I believe. They haven't spotted the ball yet.
Yeah, I think you're right. Those were spotted.
That's where the officials are conjugating over there. So it will be at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. As Tabor's back on the field for Melissa at running back. Of course, Schubach, the quarterback, in the gun with 4 wide.
See if the defense can force another turnover.
Oh, hand it off to Tabor, and he is immediately.
Got it.
The ball is out. Ball is out. It's still on the
loose.
ground.
I think
Parkview is on top of the football. Or is it? It's a scrum for it.
Oh, boy, don't do that.
Schubach flops after after some contact after the play. And it was a scramble for the football as it was pretty much ripped out of the hands of Tabor. That was Micah Johnson there getting his hand on the ball, and looks like, yep, Melissa fell on top of it.
Yeah, I think it was Schubach that was able to finally get that back, and Liddell almost made a critical mistake there in pushing that guy off. You can't pull guys off the pile, and you definitely don't want to shove them off the pile.
So now 2nd down and 22. Schubach takes the snap. Obviously going to look to throw here on 2nd and long, and he's firing down towards his near sideline, and it is complete to number 9, Jacob Nye, and he's tackled by Jermaine Penny at the Parkview 20-yard line, and there's a flag back behind the line of scrimmage.
Are they going to get a roughing? I think no, they're going to
wave it off.
Yeah, so Jermaine Penny, that was a great little hand battle there between Nye and Penny, the Northwest Missouri State commit, but that was a great play by Nye to get up and take that ball away.
Schubach claps his hands, takes the snap, going to hand it off.
They stopped this.
They stop the clock.
They don't have the change set. You can't run a play without the change set. They tried to go a little too quick. Coach Nally not happy about that over there, as you can see him on the sideline, but he sees now that they didn't have the chain set. They couldn't run a play. Now the chains are set. Coach Nally they were trying to get that tempo going. They felt they had something.
1st and 10 from the Parkview 20-yard line. Melissa trying to puncture their way into the red zone. Schubach handed off. Tabor.
Oh, boy, he got met in the hole. Who was that?
That was I believe that was Micah Johnson. In at the tackle,
yeah. He was.
And he got Tabor received a hit stick there after a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, he stuck his head down in there. He was hunting for sure. That was a good hit, and that's what you want to see. You get you're listed as a D lineman now. I'll tell you right now, Micah Johnson from this high up does not look like a defensive lineman. He looks more like a linebacker.
He does. 2nd down and 7 from the Parkview 17. Schubach takes the snap, pump fakes, trying to run it up the middle. Found a hole, reaches out after being knocked to the ground by, I believe that was Malachi Newby on the stop.
Well, they are hitting down there, Tripp. There was some shots taken on that play.
Yeah.
I was surprised Schubach was even able to get around the corner. It looked like he was going to be wrapped up in the backfield. But there were some hits, especially out there trying to block.
So 3rd down and 3 from the Patriot 13-yard line. Schubach hands it off to Tabor. Up the middle, and he's only going to gain a yard, if that.
He's to the 13, so they're back to the line of scrimmage here. It'll be 4th and 3.
Melissa wanting to go for it here with 50 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Now this would be a big momentum stop right here. Melissa trying to gain a little extra momentum, trying to get in the end zone here, make this a 1-score game again. If you can get them off the field here, this would be huge.
4th down. Schubach takes the snap, looks to throw, fires to the end zone. Incomplete, flag thrown.
No. Where?
In the end zone.
Oh, I see. Who threw it? The guy in the back?
Yeah.
Oh, come on now. Now, how do you throw that? When the field judge over here was watching, that was good coverage. I thought they were letting them both fight it out.
Yeah.
So I'm not real sure why the back judge over there decided to throw that penalty. That's a bad call. I mean, if you're going to call that, you got to call it both ways. Oh, come on now. They're going to call defensive holding.
Yep.
No, I don't agree with that. I thought they were both hand fighting pretty good. I thought if you're going to call that, you got to call that both sides. And in essence, just don't throw the flag. That's a tough call.
Yeah, I believe that was Jermaine Penny out there on the coverage. And it looked like he, for the most part, had his hands up. Like he definitely wasn't trying to cover that receiver. I believe it was Jacob Nye. So that'll give Melissa 1st down and goal.
And I was just about to say, good job by our officials for letting them play, and they didn't. So we're going to get a fresh set of downs now for Melissa inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 7. We're going to get – that'll be the last play.
No, it's still 27 seconds. We've got a timeout for Melissa. So that'll just take the breath out of you if you're the – Parkview defense, because you thought you had a great, clean defensive stop there on 4th down. All of a sudden you turn around, you get a late flag called on you, and now it's next thing you know, it's 1st down and goal, and you got 4 more chances to stop this Melissa offense from scoring.
Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe the back judge had a better look at it, but I mean, your official right there on the play was watching it happen, and he let him play. He didn't call anything, but I think even the defender came over and asked him about it, and he pointed at the other official and deferred the blame over there. So I don't know. I can't say that I agree with that just because both guys have a right to that football,
yes.
And both guys were battling and kind of wrapping each other up. It wasn't a situation where our guy just wrapped him up and held on to him.
Eden Shinomura now at running back for Melissa. I hope I'm saying that last name right.
And so you got Penny on Nye again, that press coverage.
Schubach takes the snap, gives it to Shinomura up the middle. He's got nowhere to go.
I got to tell you, I think our defensive coaches over here next to us are very happy that they didn't throw that football because somebody was not lined up where they were supposed to be, and they were already yelling touchdown from Melissa from next to us. So we'll see if they get another one off. 8 seconds left in the third. They don't look like they're going to try to get there. They're not. They're going to let this go to the fourth.
Credit to Jeremy Edwards there on the stop on the Parkview defensive line, and the clock hits 0 to end the third quarter of play. Parkview leading 20-6 as Melissa's trying to fight. It's going to be second and goal when we come back here on the Patriots Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. Welcome you back as we're about to begin the fourth quarter of play. Trip Keeter alongside Steve Hinson. 2nd down and 7 on the 7-yard line, 2nd and goal. Schubach takes the snap, looks to throw to the end zone to Nye, and he's got it. Touchdown. Touchdown Cardinals. Jacob Nye on the reception. The first play of the fourth quarter is a score for Melissa.
Yeah, that was Settles on coverage again, and again, Settles kind of found himself out of position. It was a good route by Nye, kind of juked him in, ran it out. It was a great little out route, and Nye, it was almost indefensible because once Settles got his hips turned the wrong way, he wasn't going to be able to catch back up.
So now the Cardinals are going to go for 2 here. They're only down by 8.
That's an interesting decision.
Schubach trips to his right, rolls out to his right. He's got to throw it quickly, and incomplete flag thrown.
Yep.
Jace White there on the coverage. That might be calling a PI.
Now they're going to kick it. Interesting.
Huh. Yeah, you can see the coaches down there yelling at the PAT team, and yes, it is a defensive holding against the Patriots, so they'll retry the conversion.
No, I think they're going to go for this. They just brought a different package out. I thought they were sending out the.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, no, I thought they were kicking the extra point too, but they're bringing a different package out. It looks like they're going to go. They're still going to go for 2, but I thought that I was really confused by that because typically, they're bringing a big package. Look at this.
Yeah, here in a wishbone, Schubach under center.
We might have been offsides.
Snap and hands it off, and he might have been short.
Him. Ball came out.
Came out. He might have been
ball
down
still
first.
loose. That might be good now. No, they're going to say he was down at the 1.
Down at the 1-yard line, as that was number 7, Rocky Dunn.
Dunn slow to get up.
And
Boy,
he's
he took
limping
a
off.
shot right to that leg.
Wow. Big time stop there on the 2-point conversion for the Patriots, keeping their lead at 8.
Well, you hope Dunn's okay. They're getting him off the field, but he's not wanting to put any pressure on that left leg. But, boy, they submarined him on that play. That was a heck of a play.
Micah Johnson, Cameron Settles back there on the stop.
I'm going to give that back a lot of credit just to get off the field because that did not look good. Mm-hmm. And now they're taking a look at him over here on the sideline. I'm telling you, man, that leg is not in good way.
No.
And maybe it's just a cramp.
Hopefully.
It looks like that's what they're working on now. But, boy, that ankle did not look in a good way when he first started coming off. That replay we could see on the big board.
Yeah.
Initially, I did not think that was good. And again, Tripp, I'm surprised. I guess because you hope to kick the extra point to win it at the end, but now you stick yourself in a position where you have to go to 2 if you get an opportunity to tie the game. I'm surprised by that decision by Melissa there. That almost smells of a desperation decision just a little bit. I would look out for some sort of onside kick right here. I'd be all over this. I think Melissa's feeling this a little bit, and even though I think they're seeing that this is a little deeper team in our Parkview team, and maybe the speed is getting to them, and I would not be surprised to see something squib, some sort of trick onside type play here.
About to say the same thing as that's Nicholas Hernandez taking the ball up at the 40 to kick it away to Parkview.
Parkview's kind of got everybody up there anticipating something here.
That ball crosses the 50. It's anybody's ball, so you got to be ready for it. And it looks like he's getting set for an onside kick of some kind.
Yeah, now he's going to move back into position. And they've got 2 guys that could kick it. Now they'll just pooch it, a little sky kick. I'd call the fair catch here.
Settles.
They don't.
He's going to return it. He does not call for a fair catch. Running to his left side, and he's tackled. They're going to probably spot the ball at the 34-yard line. That's where Parkview will take over on offense as they lead by 8. And if you're Parkview, obviously you want to capitalize by extending that lead because you stop Melissa from converting the 2-point conversion.
It was a good tackle there by Pudasek. He came in and speared Settles. If he doesn't make that tackle, Settles has got some space there up the middle.
Yep. Once Cameron Settles, he bounces off of you. He's hard to bring down.
Again, you talked about it before we started the game. I want to say a huge thanks and to the impressive showing by our Parkview Patriot fans over there in that visiting stands. They don't have it full, but you've got a good number of folks who made the 4-hour trip down here to the Dallas area, and we're being treated to one heck of a ball game and one heck of a facility.
Murphy hands it off up to middle. That's Elston in at running back, and they're still going to try to push him a scrum. And they're going to blow him dead at the 38-yard line, bring up second down.
Hey, we'll take 5 yards every time. That's how you work this clock down and end this ball game, get a win, and go 1-0 against the state of Texas.
I feel like that'd be a big deal for this Parkview Patriots team because it's not often that an Arkansas team gets to come to Texas to play one of the best in the Lone Star State. So win tonight will be a huge morale booster.
Yeah, I mean, this is a top 10 rated team in the state. So
Murphy hands off to Money again.
Boy.
He finds the seam
See ya.
down the right side, and there he goes. Money Elston gets some cash in the end zone. Touchdown, Parkview.
Money, baby. Wow, what a play there by Elston. 61 yards to the house, leaving no doubt in this one. And that's what I was talking about when we thought they were going to kick the onside kick. I think Coach Nally is feeling it a little bit down there. He knows his team, and I think he knows this Parkview team has an opportunity to blow it wide open, and that's what they just did on that play.
Solomon Aguilar back to kick the extra point for the Patriots. What a play. I mean, Aguilar's kick is up and good. You could just tell the Red Sea was parted there for Montario, and he saw it too, and all he saw was green grass ahead of him.
But I tell you, it's the speed. Like it's so impressive
Speed
once
kills.
he gets into that space. There's not many people obviously you see it. There's not a lot of guys in the state of Texas going to catch him. There's definitely not many guys in the state of Arkansas going to catch him. I mean, that was it's so impressive to watch this Parkview football team. You know, I've not been able to put my eyes on them a whole lot. You know, we always go back to the last 2 years, back-to-back state championships, knocking off Bryant. That's a huge feather in your cap last year. Going to get an opportunity to try to do it again this year. But again, speed kills, and that's what we've heard all offseason. Coach Bolding, everybody that's talked about Parkview is, you know, they're not quite as big and physical as they might have been a year ago, but one thing they are is fast and a ton of speed, and they're showing it right here. Again, I can't say it enough. It's not often as a broadcaster that you can see a guy around the corner and just say he's gone. Yeah. And you know he's gone. You know nobody's going to catch him, and he proved it right there. What a play.
It's going to be interesting to see how this speed kills strategy keeps up for the Patriots, because we got some good competition to look forward to after this weekend. Obviously, we're going back closer to home to Maw Mill next Friday, and then Bryant comes to War Memorial Stadium. Solomon Aguilar, a sky kick, going to be returned.
Yeah, but where's the penalty? You got that was a fair catch. There we go.
And
Thank you.
Ran with it.
Yeah, that's a penalty. No, that's got to be a penalty on them. Yeah, I was about to say, man, that's a penalty on them for returning the fair catch.
To answer the question of score in the chat, look on the screen.
Yeah,
it's right there.
I know you can't see the game, but that score is correct. 27-12. That is our score.
Very impressive lead here for Parkview. I was a little concerned there, you know, when Melissa lining up for the 2-point conversion, you could tell they smelled blood, and they really wanted to stay in this ball game. That was another gut punch, that last touchdown by Monterey Elston for them.
I don't know that they smelled blood. I mean, that smelled like desperation to me. Like, I'm not trying to to down on a team, but
during the play, we had offsides on the kicking team. We had delay of game on the offense. We're running after a fair catch. The offset, replay the kick.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Yes, thank you. It was much better on the audio.
I got to say, yeah, after that first
the last few have been much better.
Yeah,
those first two were rough.
After the first explosion of noise from the ref mic, it's been sounding a lot better. And I got to say, I love the addition of having it, because I was sitting in between Kyle and RJ at the Salt Bowl last night listening in, and they also had a pretty cool setup where you could clearly hear the official. I like it. I feel like it's a spoil for us.
Wait a minute. I know you lying, because we couldn't hear the officials at the Razorback game because they couldn't get his mic to work. So
it worked last night.
Okay.
Somehow.
I don't know how, because I don't know that I've ever heard the officials' mic work at War Memorial Stadium. It doesn't happen often. After this kickoff, go down to Kyle Sutherland if he's got a minute, and talk about this lead that Parkview's been able to build. Oh,
another fair catch at the 40-yard line by Brett Poole. That was dangerous. I thought he was going to drop it because he kind of dove for the catch.
Yeah, that was dangerous, but he had to make the play because obviously that's a live ball if it hits the ground. So let's go down to our buddy Kyle Sutherland here in a second if we got a minute between plays. Hey,
Kyle. Response from Parkview and Monterey Money Elston. I don't know what it was, guys, but it was something about as soon as he took that handoff, I knew as soon as that whole high 4.3, low 4.4 speed, we saw it on display. So that's good. That's very encouraging to see that Parkview has responded to just about everything thrown to him in the second half.
Thanks, Kyle. Schubach is going to hand it off to Tabor, and look out. It's a foot race down the far sideline.
Oh, what a move by the freshman.
Had a great move, too, but he is finally knocked down. I believe that was Jaden McMillan with a touchdown-saving hit for Parkview.
What I was going to ask Kyle there, but I think I just got the answer, is what that crowd was sounding like, because we can't hear a lot of them, but I think that just woke them right back up.
And they tried to start a play with the chains not set up
either.
Yeah,
they're still not set. What are we doing? That play shouldn't have happened.
Did that play even count?
They're going to count the play. They just now got the chains in place.
And that's what all the coaches are saying on the sideline and to the room next to us.
Why are we at Melissa's burning the timeout?
Melissa.
No, Coach Bolding needs to get an explanation here.
Parkview.
Because again, that's twice at least where they've started a play well before the chains are set. And you can't do that.
Yeah. Brad Bolden, he's talking to the referee right now, like, what is going on? Why did that count?
I mean, is that a Texas rule? You can just run a play whenever you want?
In Texas high school football, they use essentially the same rule book as the NCAA. Obviously, they'll adjust things a bit, like no communication from the press box to a player's helmet or anything like that. But I don't think that's in the rule book even for the college game.
Yeah, I was surprised earlier, because in Arkansas we don't have any automatic first downs. No, there's not a penalty at the high school level that leads to an automatic first down, and so I was surprised to see that earlier on that running into the kicker play.
So it looks like it will be marked first down and 10 from the Parkview 20.
Okay, so then if I'm Coach Nally, I want my timeout back. I mean, I'm serious, and they may have gave it back to him because they've still got 2 timeouts on the board.
I think I heard the referee say timeout Parkview.
Oh, okay.
So the Patriots have 1 left.
Well, no, now they're showing second down. So it shows second down and 9, so they counted the play.
I guess so. Second down, Shoebox going to hand it off.
Well, that's all right.
And that was number 23 that time, Shinamura.
Well, listen, ball don't lie because now it's 3rd and 11.
Yeah, he lost a yard as looks like Cleveland Lee is going to have to sit out a play because he lost his helmet on that one. And now
Tabor back in.
Yeah, Tabor's back in at running back on 3rd and 12. It looks like it says 3rd and 12 on the board on the screens back there, but it's 3rd and 11.
That's some Texas math.
Fakes the handoff, Shoeback to roll out to his right, looking end zone. He's going to throw it.
Oh,
and
wow.
Jacob Nye again with another touchdown. And he was covered really well.
Wow.
I believe that was Robinson on the coverage.
Yeah, you had Settles there as well, but I mean, you can't. That's a great play by Jacob. Now worked himself open. He wasn't open when that ball was let go, but give Shoeback a lot of credit because Shoeback put it right in the zone, right in the window where only his guy was going to get to it, and that's just great communication between a wide receiver and a quarterback. We see the replay on the big board here. You see Nye work his way into the only opening, and you're right, man was there, Settles was there, but it was just right in between them. It was a great pass play.
Cardinals going for 2 again. It'll be Shoeback alone in the backfield.
So now you have to go to 2 because you go for 2 because you wasted it.
Rolls out to his right side, looking end zone, and they get it this time for 2. So it'll now be a 20-27 ball game. Parkview still with a touchdown lead.
Who was that? 9 again? Was that Nye again? I'm following him around here. I can't tell. Yeah, that was Nye again that made the connection. And right now, we were talking about after that Elston touchdown run, it really kind of seemed to take the momentum away from the Melissa sideline, but then it just took that one big play on the run by Tabor to get it right back, and now they're all awake over here on this Melissa sideline, and this Melissa offense is humming a little bit right now.
Game is not over. We still have 9.5 minutes to play some good football. It's really been a good game. It's been an exciting one.
Well, and it starts to get the feel that neither one of these teams are going to be able to run away from the other. And you thought maybe Parkview was about to start to do that, and instead a big run by the freshman Tabor sets them up, and then just a phenomenal, really 2 plays there. The touchdown pass from Shoeback to Nye was beautiful, and then the 2-point conversion play was well done too because really he wanted the guy on the backside. He had 2 options there, and he went to the underneath option. It was a beautiful throw.
And you can tell that both defenses are really tired because they've been battling all game long. And it's been a chess match, really, and just a physical battle, especially in the trenches.
And you start to wonder, does the heat start to take impact, just take effect here late? It's obviously not as hot as we thought it was going to be.
Right.
It's a decent enough breeze, but, again, these teams don't get a lot of time outside especially, and so – you start worried about conditioning when you get down here to these last minutes of the ball game.
Hernandez kicks it away. And I believe that is Jermaine Penny on the return. And he tries to find a seam, nearly breaks away. Flag in the backfield.
I think we're going to get a hold. And I think the tough spot's going to be is if they call this from the spot of the foul, you're going to end up inside the 10-yard line here to start this drive.
Yep. See what the call is from the referee.
Go down to the field and hear our referee here.
If he turns his mic on. Still a bit of a discussion there at the 15-yard line. between officials.
During return. Walking it back on the receiving team. Half the distance, first down.
So Parkview will start this drive now from the 7.5-yard line, right inside the soccer lines down there.
Yeah, the goalie box down there.
That fake football. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I actually have learned to like soccer a little bit, thanks to doing 4A state tournaments.
Money Elston in that running back alongside Quentin Murphy. Trips to the left on the near side. Murphy's going to fake the handoff and run up the middle. He gets a pretty hard lick there by Zufeld.
Q's not getting up. I don't know if he hit his head on the turf. Now they're going to drag him up off of it.
And now we got a Cardinal down.
I think that's a cramp. He went down like somebody took out his calf.
Mm-hmm. So Murphy, it looks like he's going to stay in the game. So he might have just got his bell rung a little bit there for a moment. But luckily, I think he is going to be okay. It will be 2nd down and 4 from Parkview's own 13-yard line. They're still checking on the young man down there as he's, like I said, you hope that it's a cramp, but it most likely is because he went down pretty quick down there.
Yeah, the way he went down at the end of that is it looked like a cramp. But I mean, they're taking a long time looking at him, and we got a lot of trainers, so let's hope this is nothing more significant.
During our tour of the facilities here, they talked really highly about their program here, their trainer program.
Oh my gosh, I'm glad you bring that up. That might have been one of the most impressive things I saw while we were down there. Is they have this huge training room in here. We talk about their weight rooms and everything else, but they have this huge training room, and the gentleman that was giving us that's
Saban Dukes down there.
That doesn't look like we're walking off like a cramp. That's we're walking out like we are a little bit a little woozy. Yeah, this might be on the other side of things. But anyway, going back to it, I tell you, if there's ever a place where you know you're going to be well taken care of, it's here. It's pretty cool, the setups they have here, but they have a full nursing program here, a full sports medicine program. They have 3 trainers on staff at all times, but then they have a full student setup, student trainers, and it's impressive when you go down there and look in that training room.
So now 2nd down and 4 as we return to action on the field. Parkview on their own 13-yard line. Murphy hands it off to Elston. Elston running to his right side, trying to find a seam. Now cuts back, gets the first down. I can't believe that he got that, Steve, because it looked like there were several black shirts in front of him.
He made some guys look silly right there. That was impressive. Again, I don't know how many times I've said it, but I'm going to say it again. Kansas State fans, you better fall in love with this kid because he is going to be a lot of fun to watch at the next level.
A new set of downs for Parkview. 8:45 and counting here remaining in regulation. It's been an exciting ball game. Got Folks and White, the 2 receivers to our near side. Murphy hands it off to Elston again. Elston up the middle. Going to get 3 yards down to about the 25-yard line, make it the 26 to bring up 2nd down.
Now, no, you don't want to hurt your rhythm here, and this is always kind of a testy subject when you start talking to coaches and what your game plan is here when you're up late. But with 8:08 to play, obviously you want to impose your will a little bit here, get some clock ran off. But I'd like to see them try to get Elston back to the edges here and get a first down. You don't want to get too conservative here, but you also want to play this where you can run as much clock off as you can.
2nd down and 6 from the 26. Elston gets the handoff again up the middle, only going to get a yard. Now this is what you want to do here with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And the Patriots have been moving the ball pretty decently, especially on the ground. But now it's 3rd down, and you got to keep this momentum going. You got to get the first.
as I continue to watch this game and we see the game plan as they're trying to run the football, I can't help but look ahead to next Friday night over at Maumelle. That game, we might get that game over in about an hour and a half if both teams run like they have in week 0.
Murphy's going to throw down to the far sideline, complete for a first down, as that was man on the reception. A big-time first down for the Patriots. He was wrangled down out of bounds he was still in bounds at the 36.
Now listen, I was hard on Quentin a little bit earlier, talking about his need to work on that type of route right there. Yeah, that the timing and everything. That was perfect. That's exactly how you do it. And I'm going to tell you, if they can continue to do that, this Parkview team, they're going to three-peat.
And they hand it off to the right side. That's a new running back, number 22, Dak Crosby. He gets a pretty good gain. They're about 3 on the play. Second down.
Hey, the old adage, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. It's 3 yards in a cloud of wood chips right now. But we'll take it for the next 6 minutes and 27 seconds. We did have a stoppage here. So we had an injured or a Melissa player lost a helmet, I think. Had to come off. It looks like he's got some wood chips in his eye.
I'm going to say, I noticed on the video board they panned the camera to the Melissa sideline. Number 77, Jake Brown, the offensive lineman, has his Heath Ledger Joker face paints on right now. I got to say, I recently saw that movie over the summer. Great film. Great choice.
Hudson Zufelt was the player to come off the field, and he's sitting on the bench over here holding his hip. So that may have been more than just a helmet falling off. Yep. And then they're really looking at 44 still over here on the sideline as well.
Handoff up the middle for Parkview, as that was Elston again on second down. Gain of about, I can't count that high, so it'll be third down.
3 more. It'll bring up a 3rd and 3. Again, 3 yards and a cloud of wood chips. You'll take it. 5.5 more minutes to go. You'll put this thing away. But, that run right there is not going to go on the highlight reels. That run's not going to be talked about by anybody. But that was a great run, as we really kind of shut down in the backfield. That should have been probably a 2 or 3 yard run, and instead, or a 1 or 2 yard run, maybe a loss. Instead, you get 3 or 4 out of it and make this a 3rd and manageable.
See what they do here on 3rd down and 3. They're going to hand it off to Elston again towards the right side. Got to go upfield. Gets the first down and then some down the far sideline.
Stay in bounds.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds by Noah Husband, the defensive back. And just over 5 minutes remaining. That'll stop the clock at 5:08.
Yeah, the only thing you do wrong there if you're Elston is you want to tell him just fall down. Fall down in bounds right there. You know you want to make a play, but you got 5:08 left. Time is invaluable right now. So in that situation, if you're Elston, just fall down right there on the 42-yard line and let that clock keep rolling.
Going to quickly tap the square button to slide. So 1st down and 10 this time in Melissa territory at the Cardinal 42. Murphy hands it off to Money.
Give me a horse collar.
He's going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. Even Bobby Bolding was looking for a horse collar penalty there, but no flag thrown. It's now 2nd down and 10.
So Elston comes off the field. You're going to see 22.
Crosby again.
Crosby back in the game.
Clock still rolling. 4.5 and counting.
Yeah, I like this now, letting that play clock get below 10 before they snap it. You're going to get it down to around 5 before they snap this, and that's what they got it.
Murphy looks to throw. Now has to act quickly as he has swarmed to the backfield and sacked at the 49. That was Jacob Wasserman there on the stop in the backfield for Melissa, and that's a big defensive play for him.
Yeah, I wasn't watching downfield there, so I really didn't see exactly what Murphy saw, but Murphy's got to make that decision just a little quicker. He had a blitzing linebacker coming at him in number 41, and Uche Dimka, and that was a good play there by Dimka.
3rd down and 15 from the Melissa 47-yard line.
3 to snap it.
Murphy drops back to pass, looking deep, fires towards Amarian Robinson, nearly mossed 2 guys. As he was in triple coverage, now they throw a late flag.
Who are they going to get this on? Is this going to be on Man for saying something, or is it going to be on Melissa for saying something? because I don't think that's PI. I think that's going to
No.
be an unsportsmanlike on somebody. And if it is, it's a cheap unsportsmanlike if that's the call, because both guys kind of ran opposite ways. And let's see what this is going to be. Did we have another flag back here?
I didn't see one. Let's see.
After the play, unsportsmanlike.
Wow.
7 to the defense.
Melissa.
15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Lucky Dunn.
Boy, that's a huge, huge penalty. Coach Nally not happy about it, and we can hear. I mean, I can hear the Melissa fans down there unhappy, and again, like I said, I'm going to tend to agree. Obviously, we don't know what was said, so obviously there had to have been a word, one of those words you're not supposed to say, said there, because it didn't look like anything else. I mean, as a matter of fact, Man was running the other way.
Yeah. So now a new set of downs. Going to run a screen pass to Man, and he lost a yard. That was a good coverage play there by Melissa. They saw the screen coming.
And with just 2 timeouts now, this is where, if you're Melissa, you got to start thinking about calling them. And this is huge. This is that penalty was massive, and I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. Obviously, we're not down there. We don't have the privilege of hearing what was said.
Nope.
But that's a surprising call in that scenario.
Maybe one of these days we'll have our own version of Hard Knocks.
There you go.
2nd down and 12 from the Melissa 34. Murphy going to hand it off. Believe that's Cameron Settles, and it is. And he made a big gain. He almost had one missed tackle, and that's a touchdown. He's going to be down just 2 yards shy of the first down.
Yeah, Don and Pudasik in on that tackle, but not before Settles got 8 yards and bring up a 3rd down and 9 yards, I guess. And now we got a timeout, Melissa. Melissa got to get a stop here, down to 2:39 to go. First down here will pretty much ice this ball game.
And credit to the Parkview offense. As the majority of this fourth quarter, it feels like Parkview's been in control. Just one touchdown by Melissa, and then for the most part, it's just been all Parkview.
Yeah, how long? What time did this drive started with? About 8.5 on the clock,
about
right?
9 minutes, I
think.
believe.
Yeah, 8.5, 9 minutes on the clock, I think. And this has been impressive. You talk about 2-minute offenses and trying to get down and score quickly. Well, this is your 8-minute offense. This is where you try to just shorten the game and end it. And this has been incredibly impressive. Out of this Parkview team. We talked about it, trying to figure out how to not get too conservative and still push the ball down the field, but also run the clock. And obviously aided by the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that would have given the ball would have already went back to Melissa. But, that helped us tremendously, and that'll be talked about a lot, but big play.
So what do you do here if you're Parkview? It's 3rd down and 2. You're in Melissa territory, just 4 yards away from the red zone. And you want to run the clock down. Do you punch it up the gut and try to keep the clock rolling?
You got an ATM? Because I'm getting some money.
I was thinking, where is this going?
Because that's where I'm going right now.
And Cameron Settles. We haven't seen much of him in running back here in the second half, but he's been making some plays on defense as well. Murphy's going to fake the handoff, keep it himself, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. That one's going to hurt. The read option didn't work out. He's going to lose 2 yards.
Yeah, it was a tough read. And really, I don't know that Q had any other option, though, because if he gives it to Settles, I don't know that they had a guy right there on the play. It would have been an easy tackle by Settles in the backfield. Honestly, right here's where you wish you had a lot of faith in a kicker. And again, at the high school level, there's not very many kickers that are going to be kicking it through from about 44 yards out.
No discredit to Aguilar as well, because you could tell he's working his tail off.
Yeah, no, that's not a knock on Aguilar. There's just not many programs across high school, and really, I mean, you start looking even across the college landscape. Kickers are tough to find right now.
Yeah,
and I mean, again, 44 yards, you could salt it away here if you could make that, but obviously you're going to go for this. Punting it gains you nothing. But, again, I'm going to the ATM and getting some money out right now.
A tight huddle at the Parkview sideline as they are drawing up something here on 4th down. As they want to milk this clock as much as they can, and they've been doing that very well here for the past 5-6 minutes.
Yeah, Coach Bolding does go to the ATM. He gets Elston back in the game, so it's Money and Murphy in the backfield. You got 2 receivers here to the near side of the field. I don't care what you do. I'm putting this ball game right here in the hands of money.
Said Murphy's going to throw it.
Got him.
And
We had
it's
a
a false
flag.
start. There's going to be a false start on the Patriots. And we thought for a moment because Jermaine Penny was wide open.
Is it
Full
formation?
snap. False start on
He
the
shouldn't get
offense.
set.
Number 2, 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
So they tried to go too quick there, I think, and man just didn't get set.
Yep.
And so now you do got to put the ball in the air, I think. I mean, because it doesn't matter if you pass it and it's incomplete.
This is where the heart rate begins to rise here for Parkview. Be 4th down and 9 from the Melissa 31. Money and Murphy in the shotgun formation. Melissa crowd making some noise as Murphy drops back to pass, throws, and miscommunication there. He was looking for Jace White, and it falls just short of him, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Melissa takes over as they trail by 7.
You know, I don't like the decision there. I get what you're trying to do, but you've got bracket coverage back there. I don't like forcing that in. You're going to have a guy in the slot that you can kind of dump that down to and let him make a play in space. But that ball, not only was it a bad decision, I think, where he put it, it just wasn't a great throw either. So back to Melissa. Here we go.
Schuback takes the snap, drops back, looks to his left, fires towards the sideline.
Oh, my goodness.
Jacob
oh, my
Nye
goodness. What a
with
catch.
an impressive catch.
Holy cow.
Down at the Parkview 45-yard line. I mean, you can't be mad at that.
Jacob Nye's taking over, man.
Yeah. So a new set of downs in Parkview territory.
Look at this.
Chains.
Goodness, what a catch.
Chains gets set. Schubach looking for Nye again. Nearly intercepted. Brett Poole, though, got the reception for a gain of about 8.
Yeah, you're right, Tripp. Though, if you're Parkview right here, you better figure out some way to double 9 as they're moving 9 all over the place. He's going to be down here in the slot on the near side as they're going to do trips to our side of the field here with with Nye moving his way back over into. He's actually in like an H-back roll.
Schubach rolling out to his right, got to throw it away quickly. Good blitz there. Chris Edwards was getting back there towards him for Parkview. 3rd down and 2.
You know, we talked about this team and how many skill guys they lost last year. I think I had to go back to Kyle's story, but this team, let me get back up here. This team lost several guys to the next level, and so you see, you see these guys trying to work their way in. But Jacob Nye was a guy coming into the season after last year. He's 17 catches, 189 yards, just 1 touchdown. He was the leading returning receiver, and he's making his mark right now.
3rd down and 2 from the Parkview 36. Schubach looking to throw, and good coverage that time by Jermaine Penny. They were looking for Jacob Nye again, but Penny said, no, sir.
That 9-on-9 battle got good on that play. That was a heck of a play by Penny to go up, and this is 4th down. This is potentially your ball game right here.
4th down and 2. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in this ball game.
Now, if I'm the Parkview defense, I'm keying in on 22 right here. Tabor has been just about as unstoppable as Nye's been in the running game. So if I'm Melissa, I'm probably my first option is to try to get this to 22. Then obviously you want to find 9. So
8 on the play clock. I don't know if they reset it or not, but Melissa's going to try to hurry and snap it with 4th down and 2. Game on the line. Schubach looking to throw, and it is caught by Nye again. He gets the first down at the 31-yard line.
The clock stops until they set the chains. 2:02 to go. But Nye is quickly becoming a go-to receiver here for Schubach.
They're going to move him towards the far sideline with Jermaine Penny covering him.
And Bolding begging for them to get up there and press on Nye right now. They want Nye. They want to distract Nye.
Schubach drops back, looks to throw. He's
Got him.
to
Get him.
Scramble, and he throws it away just as he's being pulled down. And good stop there by big number 52, Jeremy Edwards, and even with the sportsmanship, they're helping Schuback onto his feet again.
I don't think Schuback was too happy with the way he yanked him up off the turf, though. He immediately turned to the official and kind of like threw his hands up.
So second down and 10 at the Parkview 31. A minute 35 remaining here.
Schuback also might not have liked that hit. He got
Trips
taken
right.
out from top and bottom.
Schuback takes the snap, looks to throw. He's going to
Screen.
throw it quickly off the screen.
Good
Incomplete.
D.
Nobody there. A flag late.
They're going to get a hold on Lee, I think, here, potentially on the play. Lee never would let Tabor release, and I think that's going to be what the call is on the screen pass. I think Lee knew what was coming. And I'm sorry, not Lee, Marlon Liddell.
Play, holding 78.
Yeah.
10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So it's a defensive holding.
Yeah, the
Liddell.
Yeah, and what it was is Liddell wrapped him up when he was trying to come out of his break there, and that's what the call is. And I'm not saying I agree with it. I don't know, if that's the right call, but that's what happened. He just wouldn't let the running back release, and Bolding's letting those officials know how he feels about it, though.
New set of downs at the Parkview 21. They bring a man in motion from the left side. And ball's out! Ball on the ground!
Parkview football!
Parkview has it! I
Let's
think
go.
a Patriot fell on top of the football. He is still down on the ground at the 25-yard line. I think that was Chris Edwards on the recovery.
And that is Parkview football. What a play by this Patriot defense. Just sealed it.
What a miracle here late in the fourth quarter as Melissa had the momentum of a freight train on their side. And all of a sudden, the ball comes out like a greased pig.
A heavy sigh of relief over here from the defensive coaches next to us and Bobby Bolding and the rest of them. They were happy. Everybody was yelling, any flags, any flags. But, man, what a deal. So now you get to go into the victory formation. And the state of Arkansas is going to come down here and go 1-0 tonight.
Yes, sir.
In a victory over Melissa, Texas. And that win streak now goes to 26 for your Parkview Patriots.
Murph takes a knee. And Melissa has no timeouts. Parkview with only one. So you're right. A victory formation here. Like you said it perfectly. Sigh of relief.
Whew. Especially
up here in the broadcast booth because, my goodness, you were looking for a big defensive stop, and you got it.
So stick with us in the postgame. We're going to have our player of the game as well as Coach Bolding, I'm going to assume, is who will join Kyle and Kristen down there. But we will effort that. We may take a quick break, let these guys celebrate, say, shake hands, and then we'll get our player of the game as well as Coach Bolding here in our postgame.
Murphy waits for the play clock to hit 2, and he kneels it again. They might, one more snap, because it's just about a
2 second.
2 second difference between the game and play clock. Just need one more quick kneel, a quick word from the sideline to Quentin Murphy.
Well, what a ball game. I tell you, give both these teams a ton of credit. This game was hard fought, but, Parkview comes in here and hands Melissa a third loss in 4 tries over their last 4. And 1-0 start for your Patriots, 0-1 start for the Melissa Cardinals.
Murphy takes one last kneel. The stars at night are big and bright, and Parkview is victorious deep in the heart of Texas. What a game for both teams here tonight. An absolute battle. Melissa, you could tell they played their heart out. And what a victory to start the season for the Parkview Patriots. Not many people expected them to win tonight. And this was a statement game.
What an impressive night. And we're going to work on efforting some stats over here from our coaches real quick. And we'll come back here in just a couple minutes with our player of the game and Coach Bolding.
performance. You guys, you had a couple of self-inflicted wounds down there. They get the football back. They put it on the turf. Chris Edwards recovers. You're heading back to the Lone Star State. Or you're heading back from the Lone Star State to the natural state with a W. Talk about it.
Man, I can't. These guys, it's been unreal. I have this group of guys. You know, they've been with me since they were freshmen, and they're just a solid senior class. And I mean, to be able to come here in this kind of environment, and I mean, the video. We probably won't do this place any justice. I mean, you have to be here to really experience the place. But, wow, unbelievable, man. Our kids played hard. Their kids played hard. It was a battle all night.
And talk about just Melissa. You know, obviously there was a lot of questions about their skill players. Number 9, man, he is just a player. Shoeback, I know that you guys had known some about him just coming into Melissa this year. So just talk about just the opponent that you did just face.
Man, he threw some darts down the field, I mean, on the money. And we were in good shape coverage-wise. I mean, they were just great balls. And number 9 is a beast. I mean, I don't know how many offers he has, but he's got probably a bunch because he really worked us over a little bit at corner. But, man, they're a solid group. But I tell you what, we're real solid. And I'm really proud of this group. To be able to come in Texas and do that at a place like this is phenomenal. And it's $52 million, the coach told me, instead of 40.
Coach, congratulations. We'll see you back in Little Rock.
Appreciate you.
All right, thanks, Coach Bolding,
Yes.
as well as Kyle Sutherland down there on the field. And do we know if we're going to effort a player of the game here, Will? Kyle, are we going to effort a player of the game down there?
Any player that you like as well.
Yeah, Kyle, can you hear me?
I don't think he can.
I mean,
hear
I
Kristen
can't
talking
hardly
to him.
hear anything. I mean,
Hey, Kyle, can you hear me at all?
yeah, we got Bolding, so we'll well, he did, but
Yeah, I know he's not talking to us. I was trying to see if he could hear me.
What a I got to say, just what an amazing victory here tonight. I mean, the fight in this Parkview team is, you got to respect it, and it showed for all 4 quarters of this game. And you know, there were some times you would doubt, like, I don't know if Parkview can hold on, but they kept their own. And the fact that I remember first game ever called with you, I made the point, football is all about who wants the ball more. Parkview wanted it more tonight.
Well, and I mean, I'm looking at the stats here, and it's interesting. You know, this when you look at the numbers, just the overall numbers of what the stats look like. Okay, we're gonna. Okay, well, we're gonna go down field level, and we'll try to get the trophy presentation here, and we'll come back to stats.
Montario, you just had an incredible game. Man, you get to play great competition here in Texas in an incredible facility. Just talk about your performance tonight and what your team did.
Man, I played great. The O-line played great. Without the O-line, we wouldn't be here right now. My receivers blocked good, and they was catching balls when they needed to. The defense made stops.
You guys have been known for defense for a long time, and you've got a great offense as well, but, of course, have been really known for a defense under Coach Bobby Bolding. So to get that right there, you know, they were driving again. Number 9, he's a stud, man, and he was driving. They were driving. Shoeback puts the ball on the turf, and then Chris recovers. So just talk about the feeling that you guys had on the sidelines.
I mean, at first, I was like, dang, come on, we got to score, and then we didn't score. I believe in my defense after that. I just kept on telling them to push sideline. I made them get hype and stuff so defense can have the energy they needed.
So you're now on a 26-game win streak. It's one game at a time. You guys are trying to three-peat this year. I know that's a long ways away, but to get this, what kind of momentum does that set for the season?
Man, that sets a whole bunch of momentum. We really got a whole bunch of momentum to go and score and keep going what we're doing because we just played a team in Texas, so that should boost our confidence all the way.
All right. Thanks, Montario. Have a safe trip back, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Hey, phew.
Okay, now we're there. There we are. All right, good job. Thank you, Kyle, and good job getting us the ATM down there, Mr. Money Elston. So excited.
I'm steal that from you.
Feel free. You can have it. I've stole plenty of yours. You can have plenty of mine.
That's true. That is true.
But I want to touch on the stats here. Are we going to have the trophy celebration, or did we miss that? Okay. We had the trophy presentation. Obviously, Parkview Patriots get that, and I see our guys down there still efforting. Some of these guys, I don't know if we got the camera on that down there right now, but let's go over some of these stats. Some impressive numbers when we start looking at it. Melissa ends up 14 out of 40 throwing the football. So the yardage looks good, 241 total yards. I don't have individual stats, but 241 total yards. We know Jacob Nye was probably a huge piece of most of those numbers. But, I mean, when you start digging into these numbers and you look at it, Melissa, 99 rushing yards. And so just you keep them under 100 yards. That's impressive to come into the state of Texas. And more importantly, all the talk coming into this week was this offensive line is huge. Parkview isn't going to be able to handle this offensive line. They average 320 pounds across the line. They got 6'8", bookend in the corners. This is going to be a tough matchup for Parkview, and all Parkview did was come out here and really, honestly, defensively dominate this game for 3 quarters. You have a busted play for a touchdown. You had another kind of busted play down here on the other end where Settles got beat. And so you have those 2 plays outside of really the flurry there at the end with Jacob Nye. So impressive to keep this team under 100 yards rushing.
Absolutely. And you hit the nail right on the head because there was a lot of talk about the size difference between Melissa's offensive line. And, hey, we're on camera again. Hi, guys.
Hey, no, we don't want that. What are we doing?
And just
warn a person.
The speed was a giant factor for Parkview in this game. And I think that's going to carry on for the rest of the season, win or lose, for every single opponent. Everyone's going to have to keep up with Parkview this season. And that's just a big thing to remember coming into this game because – obviously, this is a really, really good Melissa Cardinal team, and props to them. They played one heck of a game, and honestly, I wouldn't have been too disappointed if Parkview loses this one because these guys are good, and and it's just a big win overall to win a game here in the Lone Star State. Like I said, stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas.
Well, I would have been disappointed, and I'm not even on the Parkview calls all the time, but I'd have been disappointed because anytime we lose to the state of Texas, that's just a death blow. So winning in the state of Texas has to happen.
I would have preferred to lose to black and red to burnt orange.
Well, you can lose to black and red next week. You never know.
That's true. It's happened before. It's happened before. I'm not.
But, no, what I will say is as we kind of finish things up here, but, a lot of the talk and a lot of the questions surrounding this team this season is going to be how will they integrate Quentin Murphy into this? Obviously, you lose McGee last year. He's up at UCA, and you know what you had there. It's just a dynamic piece at quarterback. And so the question's going to be, how do you fit Quentin Murphy into this offense and use his talents? And I thought from the outset that we'd see a Landon Rogers type offense, a lot of RPO stuff, and we did see a lot of that. Now the timing for Quentin's going to come. They're going to look good. This what we saw tonight is nowhere near a finished product of what you're going to see 3-4 weeks from now, and they're going to continue to build. But what I like to see and what I think you're going to see a lot of out of this team, 14 first downs tonight, but 41 rushes for almost 300 yards rushing, 284 yards rushing as a team, 71 yards passing. But even more importantly, when you look at time of possession, 29 minutes and 21 seconds of possession. Almost half the football game the ball was in the hands of this Parkview football team.
Unbelievable.
And that's impressive. And so that's the piece that when we look at it and we start talking about, what this Parkview team's going to be, that's it. They're going to rely on this running game and they're going to tell teams, stop us. I dare you. Because if you think you got the speed to slow down money, then we'll throw Settles at you. And if you think you can stop those, we got Quentin Murphy. He'll run you over and he'll outrun you. And if you think you can stop him, he'll put it up deep, and we got receivers that can outrun you too. And so there's so many ways that Parkview can beat you, and it was an impressive showing tonight. They were able to do it right here with the running game, 284 yards rushing. Absolutely impressive night.
Absolutely, and the schedule for the Patriots is not going to get any easier because, like you said, next Friday night, we're back in Arkansas. Right across the river, we're in Maumelle taking on the Hornets. The next week after that, on the 13th of September, the Bryant Hornets come to War Memorial Stadium. After that, it's a Thursday night game on the 26th at Hot Springs, and we take on DeQueen at home on October 4th. October the 10th is another Thursday night versus Hope. That's at home. And then the next week on October 18th at Arkansas High down in Texarkana. Then another trip down to South Arkansas as we head to Magnolia on October 25th. Halloween night, and the last Thursday night game of the season for us. The last of three, I beg your pardon. Lakeside is coming to Little Rock, and then we end the season on November the 8th at Camden Fairview. So a lot of great teams. You know, Brad Boulding, he talks very highly about the 5A South Conference. And I mentioned in the pregame show to him when we were recording the other day, you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And we've got two great non-conference opponents to look forward to in Maumelle and Bryant.
Yeah, and I want to talk about the schedule real quick, and then we will I know there's a lot of folks chomping at the bit wanting to actually see the video of this game, and so we'll get that up
Guess
ASAP.
what? You're going to see some highlights in a moment.
Yeah, you're about to see some of the highlights of it. But I do want to touch on a couple of these games as you start to look forward. Number one, I'm sorry. The comments are killing me right now. But thank you. But I do want to touch on a couple of these games. You know, we talk about how good this Melissa team is.
Yeah.
But, you know, all the talk in the offseason, and now I'll go ahead and preface this. I got a little biased here. If you guys don't know, I'm the voice of the Maumelle Sports Network. And and so I'm looking forward to being on the call next week and being back at home and welcoming you guys and showing the same hospitality. Might have to bring you some Pazookies or something. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to hook you guys up for sure next Friday night. But
give Mr. Pazuki his food.
Yeah, but I do want to talk about it because you look at that Maumelle team. I was impressed with them last night, running the ball, throwing the ball. They got a two-headed monster at quarterback between Bjork and Levi Warrior. Some really good pieces on the edges, and you know, Parkview there's no probably about it.
Yeah.
Parkview's ahead of Maumelle right now. We see it. You're back-to-back state champions. You got to give the champion the respect that they deserve.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do that right now. They get the respect. But coming into Maumelle, into what should be a pretty nasty environment, which they got a good one here.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a test.
Yes.
And more importantly than anything, it's going to be a test of looking forward to what we could see somewhere in the playoffs, if not state championship game, because there's a lot of expectations over there in Maumelle.
Yeah.
And then you get the rematch against Bryant. You get them at home at War Memorial Stadium. That game should be a lot of fun.
They're out for blood.
They absolutely are. And a Bryant team that's going to look different than they've looked over the last couple years, but still nonetheless a very impressive team. And so that ought to be fun. And they're going to want to prove, look, we're 7A. We are the better team. We're the bigger team. And you're going to hear it again for the next 2 weeks. You're going to hear all about how Bryant's bigger and faster and better. And we're going to see because there's going to be. And then you get into conference play. There's a lot of tough conference games in there. But as you look across, obviously that game at Hot Springs on a Thursday night to open conference play is going to be a battle. But then you bookend it with Camden Fairview there too. So it doesn't get any easier.
No.
We come to Texas, get a big victory. That's impressive. But now you got to go back to Arkansas and actually do some work there and prove that you're the best team in the state.
And remember, Brian Maupin said the only team that they believe that can beat Maumelle is Maumelle.
Yeah.
And they believe it. I love me some Mop Ball. So I'm really looking forward to next Friday. And once again, we appreciate everybody for sticking around for this audio-only broadcast, the first and hopefully final audio-only broadcast of the season, because all of our live broadcasts will include live video from here on out. Speaking of video, we've got some Parkview highlights coming up here in a bit. But first, we got to appreciate the people working on this broadcast because we had some kinks. But we worked it out, and we got better and better, and it's going to keep getting better throughout the season. Photographer tonight was Jimmy Jones, Mr. Patrick Haley, and Kristen Hinson on our cameras tonight. Our production and engineer crew was Will Watkins and Jonathan Webb. Our sideline reporter, Kyle Sutherland. And for my broadcast partner, Steve Hinson, this is...
Wait. I'm going to cut you off real quick before you go. I do want to say one more thing. Listen, we need sponsors. Big piece right now. We need sponsors for the Parkview Sports Network. We want to be able to bring you guys every game this year. Here's the cool part. Those sponsorships, they still benefit the Parkview program because we do a revenue share back. So we need you. If you're a business individual that wants to sponsor the broadcast, we would love to have you on. Please reach out to us, whether it's via social media here. You can give me a call, 501-960-2255, or you can call my business partner, producer, Will Watkins. You can give him a call, 501-620-9266. And please, we need you guys. It is important. Obviously, we made this long trip down here. This was an opportunity for us to show you guys what we do as a company and the kind of stream we're going to bring you on the Parkview Sports Network. And again, I see a lot of people chomping in the bit. Miss LaDonna Murphy saying she's in Houston. She wants to see the video. She wants to see her nephew Quentin going. I want you to see your nephew going. So I'm going to shut up and stop talking. I'm going to let Trip in this thing. But please reach out to us for sponsorships. That way we can keep this network rolling.
So for all of us here at the Patriots Sports Network and Natural State Sports, and for my broadcast partner, Steve Henson, this is Trip Keeter saying, you just lost to Arkansas, baby. Good night from Melissa.
Go Patriots.